Alrighty then, gamers. It be Sunday today, approaching 5 p.m. CET mark, which is of course elementary. But the greater deduction here is that it also means that it's time for Bounty Hunters FT7. If it's your first rodeo with us, we are a weekly 1st to 7 show match event for players of all skill levels and regions, although we are heavily EMEA based since our roots lie in the pre-rollback era European gaming, of course. And the name of the game tonight is, of course, Guilty Gear Strive. I'm your usual host Kyuke, Captain Dumbass on the mic once again, talking you through our 7 matches tonight. So let's cut the pleasantries right away and take a peek at what's gonna happen in just a bit. In fact, 6 minutes if our timetables or schedules are to be trusted. Our matches, as per usual, are somewhat aligned in the order of skill level, starting with the pre-intermediate matches and ending up in some of the best that European Guilty Gear has to offer. First off, Dora and Ehmu. 2 Bounty Hunters regulars are gonna go at it on their off characters. Dora, even though he has piloted characters like Elfelt and Milia, if I recall correctly, in the past, is probably more known for their Sin play. And Ehmu, obviously strongest on chip, as once again was evident after an amazing last week match versus Rage Wolf. Ehmu is still chasing for that happy chaos victory on Bounty Hunters, and I heard the man himself say that he was feeling a little rusty. So we'll see who brings home the dub tonight. On the second matchup slot, a mini segment of Germany versus Finland is about to begin. The first of them bringing Ari on the screen for the second time. Had their debut a couple of weeks ago versus Radun Leo, but this time facing Dr. Sweg not Potemkin. Sweg will instead be running the, instead of the usual Potemkin, is gonna make a comeback as Happy Chaos, a character that they test drove some events ago in that challenge match versus Maria, where they both picked a new character and trained for a week. And back then it already looked pretty slick, so excited to see how much Sweg has been able to improve since then. And the third matchup slot brings another pair of regulars in the form of Typhoon Axel from Germany versus our very own KS Gold Lewis. Another Germany versus Finland match. Traditionally tough matchup for Goat Lewis, but KS has been revving that White Wild Assault tech that is rumored to be the bane of many a character who tries to keep Goat Lewis out. We'll see how that pans out. Fourth matchup slot is probably the slot I have the... Slot? Slot? Hello? Was that a Freudian slip? Slot I have... the most personal stake in, as one of my old-time good friends, Matcha from Norway, makes another appearance on Bounty Hunters. She's of course been with us since time immemorial, aka the Exert FT7 era, which many of our Strive viewers have never really got to see. But nevertheless, she's now back and testing the waters with her old main from the Exert days, Sin, against Elfelt from Spain on his debut match as well tonight. In the fifth slot, Maria Nagoriyuki, once again. One of our most active regulars going against a newer addition to the Bounty Hunters roster, OLC May, who took his debut match last week very, very convincingly, and now probably has to suffer the consequences of his actions and face the Wild Woman, the bringer of pain, live on Bounty Hunters. The metal will be tested, as they say. Approaching 6th slot, and boy, we're in for a couple of more bangers to finish off the ride for tonight. Pokey, one of our pre-advanced bracket Iron Dominators, has been on such a roll recently. But if I recall correctly, Pokey hasn't slain a Bridget player yet on Bounty Hunters. In fact, I think has not even played a Bridget matchup so far on Bounty Hunters, which is a little surprising. I was sure that Pokey was playing, or did play versus a couple of Zoner characters recently. I think those have been Nago matches, though. So our German regular facing his first one of Bridget's tonight in the form of Talla Bridget from Denmark, a player who is slightly newer addition to our roster. She has one dub under her belt from 2 weeks ago, if I recall correctly, but is probably going to be the underdog going into this match, considering that, considering the recent track record of Pokies. And then, oh baby then, what do we got for the last one of the evening? Easy Faust versus Xandere Ramlethal. Now, I think it probably goes without saying, if you have even a little bit of European lore, understanding of the lore, we have two absolutely premium Faust players in the region at the moment. One being Izzy, and the other being, of course, Juxtaposer, who's, I think, as far as I understand, is on a side trajectory to other games at the moment. So Izzy would be the only current active representation of this character at the very top level on the EMEA level. A high-level competitor, a fellow TO, an active community person, absolute, you have to know this name. And then on the other hand, Xandere, it has been quite a while since we saw him on Bounty Hunters previously. In fact, it was, I think, 2022 at the slightly mid-ish latter end of 2022. Had around 3 matches on Bounty Hunters that year, but wasn't able to grab the win. However, since then, things have changed quite a bit, and Xandere has just shot up in rankings. In fact, I got a call from a fellow TO being like, initially I can't even remember who I was trying to matchmake Xandere against, but it was like, hi, hello, this is a top level player, so you might want to check your matchmaking, Miss TO. And well, here we have definitely a match worthy of, not gonna say more, we'll just see how that pans out. We should probably at this point take a step back and look at the first matchup of the evening that's gonna be happening. I think we have Dora already in the lobby, so let me beam Ehmu a... Actually, Ehmu said that they will be joining shortly. Alright, there is our hero. For Dora, this will be the first time we see them on Bridget. For Ehmu, not the first time, not the second time even. I think this is the third one, but Ehmu still, as we said, chasing that W on Bounty Hunters. We'll see if it's gonna be found tonight on stream.
So instead of reflecting on themselves,
so very interesting matchup here. Two long-range characters capable of rotating to the close-range pressure. These characters do it a little differently though. Bridget would love to have the classic, just get a heart knockdown, set up yo-yo, do very Ino-like things. Happy Chaos though relying more on the external resources. Fire a couple of shots, close in the distance, and go for those left rights, maybe high-lows. Has, you know, strike throws. Has basically all kinds of nasty mix-ups available. The thing is, Season 3 Happy Chaos is much less about zoning and now much more about going in and mixing up the opponent as soon as you can, because the resource management gets a little tricky as you can't... basically, your resources run out much faster in this iteration of the game. In terms of neutral, though, it's, I think, kickstart my heart for a bit. Oh my god, from what distance? With the dash momentum, gets a very long-range command grab. Speaking of the active range of Bridget, that is one thing that you can do, but we'll probably be looking or keeping our eyes on the most premium neutral skip, which is Kickstart My Heart. Starts up very fast, skips to your opponent, and can potentially screw up the aiming, the reticle placement of Happy Chaos, especially when the curse is not applied. Here we go, speaking of the mix-ups. Even from those jump-ins, you got so many different options with the Goomba Stomp that kind of changes your trajectory, as well as being able to apply shots, of course, at basically any point of the string. Here we go, this should go... Oh, never mind! No. Going into a wall break, ending up in concentration. And cashes out, and all of that respect there. Only one bullet in the chamber, but technically, as long as you have at least one, you do have the threat factor.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
Especially if the luck is on your side. There's always a little bit of RNG in terms of, yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. That time the reticle not spawning on Dora at all, so Ehmu ends up missing their shot. Wait, did I put the point in the wrong account? It was Dora who won the last one, right? Alright, chill. I promise to pay a little more attention to what is happening on the screen for the rest of the event. It was Ehmu who took that. Yeah. Because I was talking about the gun there. There we go. Alright. We're all okay here. This is where it begins. This is where the concentration, even for the commentators, will begin to happen. Right, the high reach poke there, 2S. But running out of concentration, good on Ehmu realizing that they couldn't make the next shot, couldn't make that 2K or that 2D safe anymore without running out of concentration meter. Sometimes you gotta make really tough decisions. Ooh, nice poke there, preventing the curse ball going active. Of course, with the curse, you would love to have some real estate to back into. So, for example, round start position. The curse ball is very common kind of round start sequence. Kind of like you could say it's a makeshift backdash of sorts. So as long as you have somewhere to retreat to, it's gonna move you backwards quite a bit. But then on the other hand, moving quite a bit forward with a lot of these normal moves, 2D being one of them. Finds the shot, curse is on, so the reticle should be perfect here for a couple more seconds. Ooh, missed the shot! Wait, he actually missed the shot there without, even with the curse. Or was the curse already over? I think the animation was still on Bridget, so who knows? Go into the low, and it's gonna flow. Good use of FD, pushing Dora away, but not far enough to get any sort of interruption there. Deflect shield is always an option if you want to get a little more bang out of your butt compared to FD. FD, of course, costs a little bit less. Hopping over that 2D from the Ehmu, the burst here. The burst game has been kind of equalized between Happy Chaos and many other characters. These characters like, Bridget or Happy Chaos just used to... Oh, there we go with the jump D. delayed momentum of that move. Very same manner as Ino jump D. I always bring a lot of attention to how these two characters, Ino and Bridget, are kind of similar. They do move around, they have the same kind of flow, get the heart knockdown, and then go from there. I guess Ino a little bit more offense-oriented, where Bridget is a little bit more neutral-oriented. But anyway, good interruption there. Ehmu just didn't want to take out the gun at that point. Of course, any normal that Happy Chaos lands on the opponent can be followed up with the gun. DP hits true. And Dora chooses the... I was probably wanting to go for a Wild Assault maybe there. Or 5D, but got a Deflect Shield for their troubles. Found the shot. Got the opponent pressing a button. Soft knockdown though. Soft knockdown isn't gonna be too bad, I suppose, for Ehmu, as long as you have resources ready to go. As long as you can pop the gun out, then you are usually at a pretty good position. Look at that, the 5 heavy actually reaches from the half screen. That's what makes this matchup, or one of the things that makes this matchup a little more tricky for Happy Chaos. Finding the Goomba Stomp though. It's not just the neutral skips like Kickstart My Heart or the Roger Super, but also just the absolute massive reach of Bridget's. Far Slash, 5 heavy, both have a lot of reach, especially that far heavy. Far heavy, 5 heavy. We do not have far heavy buttons. Or actually, basically every button is a far button in Guilty Gear. Alright, set it up. Blocks the overhead, blocks the low string as well. Misses with the taco kick, but ready to go into the gunshot. Here we go, popping the meds. 0 bullets in the chamber. Would have been nice to get a super Deus Ex Machina here to fill up the chamber, but now I have to spend a little bit of time to get the bullets back manually. Right now, on the hunt. YRC doesn't seem to be able to buy Ehmu enough frames to get any kind of interruption out there. To go into, that was a safe jump, but Dora did have the 50 meter as well. Both players with burst, full ready to go, neither one using any of that. I mean, understandable for Ehmu, they are sitting on a round lead. Oh, but I say that, and Ehmu fires the gold burst. No, that's a tragedy. Now having to go into the last round without any burst resources. I mean, that was probably a calculated risk, as long as that wasn't that. There's a small chance that might have been a misinput as well. There's a little daring-looking gold burst there. But now Ehmu will have to live with the consequences of their actions and take this blender. Instant air dash is the escape of choice here. Gunshot leads into a tick throw, taco kick, cross up. But running dangerously low on bullets. Last one. Misses the opportunity to go into Deus Ex Machina. Now this is big. This is big for Dora. Only 1 bullet left. This is the time to press it. And Ehmu desperately trying to find some sort of a conversion here to get a heart knockdown and more bullets. This character doesn't do what he was meant to do without the resources. And there you go. It's a big showcase of how one mistake can undo all of your hard work on a particular round. Ehmu wanted to land that far slash probably into Deus Ex Machina at the end of the combo, misses the combo, doesn't get the super, is 0 bullets, and at that point you're just basically a fish in a shark tank. Back throw, starting it off, close slash, basic stop, takes out the gun, burst comes out, and now goes out of concentration momentarily. Nice backdash out of the rock the baby. Shot goes into a tick throw. Tried to go for a backdash shimmy there. But Dora had the counter play already poking out with a long range move. I think that was 2K or 2D that they used. Set it up, jump D, hits big counter hit into the next mix up. Hits it again, and with the 50 meter, not big, okay. We'll take it, we'll take it. Even if they maybe missed the RC kill there, was able to flow into the next situation, and look at that, once again, the 5 heavy, half screen range. Happy Chaos is usually much, probably much more accustomed to matchup where the opponent just can't challenge from that far of a distance. So we'll have more time to perhaps reload your resources or do whatever Happy Chaos players want to do before they gotta start thinking about putting either shots or normals out there. But Dora, is this already 4th for Dora? Damn. The previous rounds have been so close that one tragic combo drop still rings in my ears from Ehmu. But this is competitive landscape. This is competitive stage. We gotta forgive ourselves and let those mistakes go and concentrate on the task at hand, unless we want our mental to be destroyed. Pretty much everybody who's played on a competitive front knows how massively important that mindset is. It's what makes a difference between being able to make the comebacks or just succumbing to the momentum of your opponent. Slump into more pressure. Still decent amount of bullets. Full concentration, base the DP, but the DP RC is once again the option of choice. Frames up into too heavy. Uh-oh, drops the combo. Ehmu still with a chance. The shot. The reticle is having some issues tracking. Oh, the reticle is completely wrong. That was the furthest I've ever seen the reticle spawn. Although Dora was moving forward there, so yeah, it's Happy Chaos life. A little bit of RNG. Good 6p. Most of far-reaching normals from Bridget are standing normals and can be 6p from basically any distance, so there is that. Although, the downside is Happy Chaos' 6p really isn't the best of the bunch for sure. Slash 5D hits, was probably planning to take out the gun after that before Dora already unleashing the burst. 6p once again, there we go. See them twirling, make them hate it. Far slash goes, or was that 5 goes active before Ehmu spoke? Now, set up the yo-yo, Ehmu, nice escape from the corner, gets the Goopa stomp into a combo. One more, where's it gonna be? DPRC once again. Dora just has to, seems to have, oh! The 6p actually goes active before kickstart. I think if Dora committed to the kickstart, it would have probably hit low, or rather if they went for the low follow-up, but opting to go into the, what's it called, the high follow-up instead, get caught in the 6p of Ehmu's. Ehmu is starting to use that 6p quite a bit more. Starting to sort of get a hang of what buttons do I have to press to challenge Bridget. It's kind of perverse, isn't it? Having to, as a Happy Chaos player, think about you know, the opponent's far-reaching poke so much. Right, that's the name of the game here. Ooh, Guilty Gear hitbox says, your own fault for shoving your leg into my DP. Says Dora here into a tricky empty load. That was such a fast landing out of that yo-yo twirl. I got mixed up as well. One more hit for Dora. There we go. Backdash into far slash. Or 5 heavy? I think 5 heavy. The double yo-yo is heavies, as we established previous chapter or previous week of Bounty Hunters. Right, close slash goes into the setup. Already queued up the yo-yo twirl, so wasn't able to cancel into the super. But with a massive life lead, oof. Ehmu falls straight in the face of Dora there. Dora ready to combo, yo-yo twirl, plus frames. Ehmu has kind of like lack of resources here, very low tension. Tried to frame trap into a gunshot, but holding it a little too much perhaps. And Dora getting the 5th win here.
Mankind. Duel 1.
Approaching a very important turning point, or potential turning point for Ehmu if he still wants to regain control of this set here. Absolutely has to take this. Gunshot hits, committing or converting it into a jump mix-up. There's the downside of missing a 6p, you become very whiff punishable. And usually, I guess, Happy Chaos wouldn't like to play the whiff punish game until it's absolutely necessary. And start with the shots, and eventually, if the opponent is able to get close enough to you, you'll have to rely on your strong normals. There we go with the safe jump. Get the combo again, ending into the unsafe concentration. Fire C, switch at the momentum, got the backdash there, but not a clean conversion. Curse has been applied. The reticle is surely gonna spawn on top of Dora now, right? Right? As it did previously, right? Or not? Here we go, gets a sneaky curse. Where does the shot come from? There we go! The patience on Ehmu, bobbing and weaving, waiting for potentially a moment where they could unleash the shot. And I think caught Dora backdashing there as well. Here we go, this conversion. This time, okay, this is, yeah, that was the route that Ehmu has been trying to do. But previously, for some reason, didn't get the wall stick. Into concentration. Yeah, I got so many resources there. It did give Dora an opportunity to burst off the wall, though, but now should be a cakewalk. Oh, I say that, but missing the 6K combo. Drifting forward, get that throw. Yeah, okay, we're good. Ehmu still on this. Doesn't let Dora go into the 6 points. Evening it up. Only 2 games left to make it 5 even. I mean, ooh, sliding under that 5 heavy, or was that far slash? As we call it in the industry, the DLC 2K, which usually means that we're talking about a 2K that has an extreme amount of low profile as well as really good frame data. I mean, actual low could be the original DLC 2K without being a DLC, though. But many DLC characters have a really good one. Happy Chaos, Testament, you name them. Swinging a miss on that 2S round start. Even getting into pressure. Nice jump out of the pressure. Didn't get a punish on that missed throw, though. I wish that Ehmu actually had a gunshot to cover that throw miss. Speaking of throws, this one ain't gonna miss. In fact, it's gonna hit very hard. Oh, I spoke too soon. Actually, they always miss. Hit or miss. I guess they always miss. Ha. Especially when the commentator is talking about it. Throw them in the corner. Still resources. DP once again. Dora has been working with really nice DPs, and makes sense. A lot of the characters that Dora has been playing so far are very DP intensive characters, such as the Sin. With punish with the gun. Apply curse. Ooh, there we go, and the reticle spawns right on the dead center of Dora, even despite that fast-moving kickstart my heart. That's the power of the Happy Chaos curse. Once you get it on, you are in such a good position to counter-poke them. Alright, nice. Didn't use the gunshot, or saving the bullet and taking the wall break with just a normal. Alright, very safe maneuver. 6B, Drift RC. Cover yourself with it. 2 heavy counter hit only gets a setup, so Ehmu is still somewhat okay. Deems that it's time to use the 6P, though. Goes under the yo-yo. Ooh, no shot there. Just holding the gun. Unable to block that gun. Basically puts you in a mode where you can't block anything. Double jump. Dora takes a step back. Alright, pressure is on. Dora does. Ooh, the gunshot misses. Didn't have the curse, so suffering the RNG of the gun once again. Is that gonna be the undoing of Ehmu here on this round? This is another extremely important game for Ehmu. Good 6-speed, didn't manage to take the gun out. No worries, we flow into the pressure string. Ehmu, 4 points to Dora's 5. Drawing closer, yeah, I'm starting to believe. It's, so Ehmu did say that they were kind of rusty on Happy Chaos, but maybe this is the natural order of things. We start out extremely rusty, then, you know, little by little uncover the pieces of the puzzle, and at the end of the set we're like, all right, I've played this character before. I've certainly played this 1 or 2 times before. Tries to fish with the jump B, but Dora coming from a very tricky angle. Oh, hello, just walking in there. lakat matatak, as they say in Dodars. Back throw, close slash. We got a big combo coming here. Ooh, spoke too soon. Just setting up. As long as we're flowing, it's all fine. That was an active yo-yo though. And after the hit, not able to keep Ehmu in the corner. Now back to the neutral. Completely missing with a high follow-up of kickstart. Dora has a lot of meter to make it count. Would definitely love to go in with the kickstart RC to force Ehmu in a situation where they have to guess for a mix-up. There we go, got the hit. That could actually almost be a kill, because Happy Chaos takes quite a bit of damage. No, just converts into a nice backdash. Perfectly evades that 6S there. Wait, is that 6S? I can't distinguish between... Yeah, that's a 6S, because far slash is the push you off the cliff kind of normal, right? For Happy Chaos. Right, 2K2D. Go kickstart into the corner. It's always a little bit of an RPS situation at the end of Bridget block strings. You're kind of basically guessing if she wants to hold you still a little bit more with the aggressive yo-yo that has a hitbox, or if she tries to bluff you with the setup yo-yo instead. If you're ready to challenge, you can poke her out of the setup yo-yo. On the other hand, if you block the aggressive one, depending on the distance, it's kind of even-ish situation, and you know, the only thing that Bridget gains is access to her movement options at that point. Nice, converts the gunshots into a tick throw. Bursting out of the corner, Ehmu still he's ready to go. Momentum 1 here, the normal jump, or rather the forward jump. Momentarily gets a hit, but Ehmu is holding down this position, holding down the fort, got the wall slump, reload all the resources, and that still gets a close slash. There probably wasn't much anything to do other than perhaps unleash the DPRC that Dora has been rocking quite a lot. But I think the wall slump should be a normal buffer situation. What I mean is it's nothing like guard crush where your buffer basically gets completely eliminated, right? So you should be able to just mash a DP out there if you want. Question mark? Maybe tech heads can tell me. Alright, into DP punish, suffering from success, way too much juggle there. Ehmu still procures the hit. Misses the opportunity super. Perhaps went a little too early. To now use YRC to get Dora off of him. Here we go. Kickstart. Follow up into the corner. What's the follow up? No, just backdash and waiting for Emu's move. Nice jump out of the throw though. And the punish. This could be very close to a kill. No, Dora has been going for these slightly less or more gently hitting combos and just opting to set up the pressure afterwards. But it's also very important in this skill brackets to understand what you can and what you can't do, and you know, choosing to go for slightly easier combos while you're still getting comfortable with the character and trying to gain skill levels, experience is probably the best way to go about it. Alright, DP once again, doesn't even need to use the RC this time. Oh, nice punish there on the landing. Actually hit even before Ehmu hit the ground. And now, again, could have had the kill with the super, but now Ehmu with one more chance. Yeah, just sent the yo-yo. That's probably the game theory optimal move there. Ehmu had basically no hit points whatsoever. And that yo-yo, that aggressive, the yo-yo that has a hitbox going out, probably one of the best moves in the game to sort of secure the last pixel kill. Basically, as far as I understand, has no hurt box whatsoever after it leaves Bridget's hands. Of course, like, Bridget herself has a box, but other than that, it's just a really fast moving projectile. Dora with a lot of resources here. Kickstart, no RC, interesting. Completely misses the DP this time around, and no RC available as well, because that DP did not land on anything. But now Ehmu is in trouble. Or is he? Back throw, there we go. There's the DP RC that we were waiting for. And in that situation, when you are point blank with a DP character with a 50 meter, your best option to call it out, other than of course just making it whiff, maybe backdash out of it, and hope that they don't have a soul level hitbox on their, or sin level hitbox on their DP. But you could also go for the meaty throw, quotation meaty throw. Oh, but good bait here. Misses the combo, but as long as we have resources, it's all okay. Kind of ran out of bullets here. 5B punish, very small. The lack of resources probably plaguing Ehmu here a little. I mean, we do have resources in the form of tension, and with that good interception jump PP, this time it works out. And Ehmu surviving to fight yet another day. This is still a set point for Dora. 6S completely whiffing. Ehmu has been able to get the burst out of Dora though. So there are no combo breakers for the foreseeable future for either one of the players. Ooh, that was a dangerous 2K miss there on the meaty. But Ehmu didn't manage to take their turn back either. Air dash out, finds the hit. Bullets looking good, concentration looking good, everything looking good. Going for, ooh, to finish the combo with a 2D, but something was not there. Now Dora, big option here, or rather big chance here. Found the hit. RC has 50 more where that came from. Setting up the O key. 6B whiff, make it save, and is that gonna be it? Don't drop it, there we go. Ehmu does not drop it. Go 6 points even, and we have, ladies and gentlemen, a nail biter as our first matchup of the evening. This is probably a time to take a little bit of a breather here. Everything that we've seen so far culminating into this last one. We have the data to know how opponent plays. This one is for all the marbles. I really like Dora's, sort of positioning, assuming of the defensive posture that works so well with these neutral-oriented characters that have far-ranging pokes in the corner. You don't necessarily have to go point blank with the opponent. You can kind of chill at mid-screen-ish range and kind of try to check what they are doing. And now Ehmu popping the meds. Only 2 bullets in the chamber for now. Oh, good check there. 5 PP. Doesn't lead into much, but able to sort of momentarily break out of the corner. However, Ehmu looking with that. Oh, there we go. Able to convert it into a thick throw. And now, set point Ehmu. Is Ehmu actually gonna run it back at the very end here? This would be a little bit of a comeback at one point. Dora was 3 games before or ahead of Ehmu. Brave DP, no meter, no fear either. Launch the hit, base the burst! Yeah, Ehmu immediately pops the medicine. And this combo should have all the options available. Misses the shot there. I wonder if that was an OTG or just a complete miss. Oh, but here comes Dora's burst bait. And so much meter to work with as well. What are we gonna use it on? Completely misses the 5 heavy. That was dangerous. Ehmu dropping the kill combo though. That was Ehmu's run. That was Ehmu's set. Blue RC slowing down the frames. No, we're just disengaged safely. Kickstart, no RC. Very brave. Here we go. This time the RC overshoots a little. But punishes on the whiff to pistol whip. I think that was. And here we go. Last one. No takebacks. Half burst available from the round start, soon to be full. Ehmu, the first one to find a decisive hit. Again, the gunshot just spawns, or the reticle spawns at the wrong place and completely misses on Dora. Here we go, blocks the low, doesn't block the high. And we through the wall. Ehmu has 100 burst ready to go. That was looking like a hard-ish bait. There we go, finally unleashes the burst. But now look at this, Dora with a massive life advantage. Ehmu does have the curse on. However, the reticle traveling somewhere where it doesn't need to be. 6B works out, immediate burst from Dora. 100 meter as well. Slow down the time, check what the opponent is doing. PRC double jump makes the throw whiff. Oh, but Ehmu doesn't manage to keep the pressure string steady or tight. The mash out from Dora for all the marbles when Happy Chaos was at lowest point of his life. That's how it be. Dora ends up still taking it, even despite that run back from Ehmu. What a good run back it was as well. But looks like Ehmu, once again, not able to get the W, still not able to get on board on Bounty Hunter with that character. But nothing to be ashamed of, for sure. That was a great match to start out this week. Alright, moving on. Like we said, next up is gonna be a double matchup of Germany versus Finland. First off, we're gonna have Ari versus Dr. Swag, followed up by Typhoon KS. Let's see which region is gonna get more dubs tonight. I think we have overall 3 German players in the roster. Let me check. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Pokey is the 3rd German participant. And then, of course, for Finland, we have Sweg, KS, and that's it. Yeah, only 2 Finnish players tonight. All right. So Ari on the board for the 2nd time. This will also be the 2nd time that Sweg is going to be running that Happy Chaos. Let's see how much he's improved since that match, the first week match with Maria Zato. Ooh, drop that wild assault. That was actually quite a bit of a loss there for Ari. And now Swag, showing some swag combos, drops it though. It is very early to the set though, running out of concentration as well. Tried to kind of look like a startup of 6B, so slightly wrong read here. And now Ari with the overhead Rekka, yeah, ready to FRC, big combo. Yes, indeed. Don't even need to wait to go into the Kara Super when you know that any normal is gonna finish the deal. Couple of shots. This matchup is gonna be a little more hectic probably compared to the previous one. I mean, the previous one kind of hectic as well because you were playing against Bridget, a character who can access you from very far away distance. But Chip kind of accesses you in a slightly different manner, being the fastest running character in the game, or one of them at least. Ooh, good fight. B anti-air. Backing off, getting the curse, and making the reticle spawn on top of Ari. However, it did absolutely nothing, for Ari did manage to mash out and get the pressure back on. It's gonna be the first one for Germany. Oh, I wonder if Swag will have to think about, you know, the classic strategies, classic Chip counter strategies here. Perhaps use the kick buttons more. Of course, it gets much easier if you manage to, early to the round, apply the curse, but, you know, curse is always quite punishable against opponents who are running at you. So basically, starting from the round start, even if you throw the curse ball immediately, if the opponent is chasing you, they can kind of tag you, or at least make you block some pressure as a result, and you pretty much never want to be in that position as a Happy Chaos. When you are close to your opponent, you want them to be in block stun, not you. Alright, uncontested jump out here for Ari. 1 bullet in the chamber. So Swag won't be able to do too much with the subsequent hits. The combo actually ends up missing. Ari still with the checkmate position. Here comes the jump heavy. One of the beloved buttons of Chip players. go, curse is on, and now the gunshots, or rather the reticle, is gonna spawn very close to our ninja here. Ooh, what a brave 5B there. Swag left just too much gap between the gunshots. But without the curse, again, missing the gunshot. 2S reaches, double jump into the drill kick. Finds a conversion. Here we go. Into big slice. Oh, Swag actually wants this pressure position, but Ari says, no, I am not going to take this corner. In fact, I'm going to push you to the corner. And now one hit away. Ari, what's the mix-up going to be? Cross up with Alpha Blade and then into Genro-san. Yes, yes, yes. The high pace is on. Chip-san is one of the characters that can heavily load your decision-making, what's it called? Mental stack.
Man. Duel 1.
Technically, any one of Chip's tool kind of reactable-ish in vacuum if you're just looking for one. Ooh, what a brave throw! The 6 heavy actually forced Ari to extend the hurt box or throw box into the reversal throw of Swag's. And now burst has been baited as well from Ari. Jump 2K, very hard to anti-air. You would usually like to be completely out of its range. Chamber is gonna be filled with bullets after this. Oh, it doesn't even matter because I mean, Chip was kind of dead here. Dead. All right, Swag trying to reach for the round start button. However, we are fighting against a character that has extremely fast ones. Genro-san hits once again. What's next? Alpha Blade cross up. Swag once again wants to go for the aggressive burst, wants to take back the momentum, but Ari says no, we're ready to DP right off that burst. Alright, waits for reticle to stabilize. Burst comes out. Oh, that's gonna whiff! This could be a big combo. Alright, Dr. Swag is running out of concentration here. Will avoid going into the concentration deficit. We're gonna pop the meds. No, we're actually not popping the match. Using the tension resources to save yourself after that box string. Oh, jumpy, but that's not gonna be enough. Finally, gets the concentration back. Goes into don't break. Oh, Swag pressing all the buttons in the world, and now Ari is just waiting. But this is a tough situation. You might run into a chip damage situation, drifting forward, and the shot misses. Oh my goodness, really good place for Ari, the patience, and then at the end the fast dash and the drift forward, making the gunshot completely whiff. But now the burst has been applied, managed to land a shot. Burst coming from Ari, doubles it up. That's kind of dangerous, but that time Dr. Swag was not ready to punish that overhead even despite the block. Here we go, shot. Reload bullets. Wait for them to react. Only one bullet in the chamber. Swag is running the full screen pressure game though. This is glimpses of old Happy Chaos. However, Chip is so fast, even despite that curse. All of those shots just missing into nothingness. Slow down their frames. Got the jump D in. Dex for days. Missed the shot. Uh-oh. God, I wish I had that curse on just about now. But gotta be very careful if he ends up throwing the curse out at the wrong moment, such as this. Oh, okay, he got it. He got the negative as well. Caught the H at the end, but it's no worries. No worries. It's all calculated risks. I mean, the negative penalty in Guilty Gear Strive ain't the you know, not the end of the world like it perhaps was sometimes in older Gear games. Alright, stray shot, not converted into much. Curse is on. Ari deems that this is good time to gold burst. Ooh, mixing. There's an extra hit there with the use of shuriken, and then punishing gun stance with Sansei Roga reaches Dr. Swag really fast. Swag was backdashing, technically an option that could evade the active frames of the throw, but the timing is everything. Genro-san is active for quite a bit, and more importantly, is gonna move Chip quite a bit forward. Speaking of moving forward, drifting straight into the warm embrace of Dr. Swag. Wow, 2S as an interrupt, not giving any respect to Dr. Swag's strings. there is an option to keep that quite tight if you play the roll mix-up with well-timed gunshots, I think. Alright, punishing the whiff throw. We'll go into the other corner. Okay. Luck is with Swag tonight, for Ari did not get the hard knockdown here. However, we are still playing against Chip. Missing a lot of gunshots. One shot, two shot, three shot, all just flying into nothingness, the emptiness of the big universe. And Ari's like, alright, nice gun you have there, bro. Would be really unfortunate if all of your shots just missed. But that's how it goes against fast characters. You can't hit those shots for free. Alright, very late 6B, but still works out for sorry, not Ehmu, Dr. Swag. Alright. Able to overcome that momentarily shaking of hands. Ari opens up with another DP. Not scared at all. I mean, so far, Swag hasn't been able to show, like, the biggest of the big punishes on DP, so based on what I've seen on screen so far, I think Ari is not too scared of DPing if push comes to shove here. I mean, of course, you are gonna take a little bit of damage, but unless we're talking about the massive combos that take like 60% of your life and get the wall and the positive bonus, then you're probably chilling to some extent. You can always take it back by, you know, being Chip and, you know, dashing into the fray like so. Very nice movements from Ari, actually able to completely make the scapegoat do nothing. The burst has been baited from Ari again. Shoot them down. Curse is still on. Misses with the air-to-air, or was that a throw perhaps? Trace with the anti-air. 6 heavy. Rings true. Uh-oh, here we go. Has to unleash the burst. Burst into the right direction. And here we go with that DP bait. I was talking about the DPs. At this time, though, it was for all the marbles. The reward was infinite, for Ari did not have any hit points to spare there. But on the other hand, if you're gonna die anyway, then it doesn't matter how big of a punish it's gonna be. So, might as well DP. Every gamble you don't take is a gamble that you don't win. Right, not a safe jump from Swag this time around. YRC revert the momentum. As we all know, YRC does produce quite a bit of plus frames and able to go into lows uncontested or airtight even. Now Ari is looking for that one decisive hit here. Where's it gonna come from? Chip does have quite a bit of options. It ends up being the Rekka too. It was actually a Kara Rekka too. Seemed to roll into the low Rekka very fast there. Ooh, completely whipping with the 2 heavy string. So Swag punishing with a back throw. And there we go, close slash. Frame trap, popping the meds. Reloading the gun. Looking for the air-to-air, but missing it again. Ari on that Chip. Access to that triple jump, very hard. Oh! Is there gonna be a burst? Hard bait? Delayed burst, yep, this time Ari. I like, even though Ari did lose the situation here, or overall did lose that exchange, had the presence of mind to know that, you know, we needed to go for that delayed burst this time around. Because we've been bursting the same place a couple of times now, and Dr. Sweat probably was on top of that already. Right, with the curse, gunshots are gonna land on the target. Ooh, that was a very tricky situation. I think Ari probably either committed to something else already or was not watching the resources of the opponent. But now, okay, survived with a little bit of concentration left. There's a lot of backwalking from Swag. Trying to find an opportunity to do something. Jump K doesn't convert. All of these very untraditional hits that you would probably be converting if you were a very seasoned Happy Chaos player. Jump slash hits air to air, and the bait once again. Is that gonna be it? Chip, yep. too low at health, and Swag able to come back and break it 3 games even. All right. Early game has been finished. Now moving into the mid game here.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
From a first to 7, the first to 4 here. A reset of sorts. Right, backdash ends up missing or making the 6 heavy from chip miss completely. YRC don't want to be here. Oh, the frame shot. Yeah, prompting immediate burst from Swag. Knew that was probably gonna be his demise as well. Even though Ari didn't have the didn't have any tension available, probably would have led into enough to take care of our lone gunman here. All right, here with the punish. Oh, but it was with a 5B starter and with an empty barrel as well. I wonder if Swag has these slightly more rare combos in the pocket. So for example, if you find a hit on the opponent and have no bullets left, what are you gonna do in those situations? Alright, the instant air dash jump slash hits once again. We have a conversion out of this though. Get the curse. Reticle stays on the ninja. Pistol whip, fire them on the wall, fill up the gun. Looking good. A little low on the concentration side, but choosing to go in. Very aggressive option once again here. Wants to go for the fancy option Xandere, which is definitely an option in this matchup, especially when you think that Happy Chaos is going to be taking out the gun. When they are either in at the ready or steady aim stances, they won't be able to block, and Xandere basically delivers from other end of the screen to the other extremely fast. Shoot them out of the sky. Ooh, good read there from Ari. It's exactly what you have to do against Happy Chaos. Like, if Happy Chaos chooses to play like this far range zoning kind of gameplay, that means that they will have to eventually, or rather soon, go for those very committing resource recharge sequences, during which you can dash at them and cover the distance. And in the case of Mr. Xanuf here, a lot of those can lead into big punishes very fast, even on a single concentration reload. 6K on a backdashing opponent. Good conversion, not quite the kill here. Still anybody's round to take. Swag can take out the gun. Oh, YRC's against the gunshot. I wonder if Ari wanted to go for a blue RC, a neutral RC there instead, or what the deal was. But unfortunately, what is done is done. A distant cousin to the fireworks burst, I suppose. Even though fireworks burst really doesn't really exist in the same form that it did back in the day, as most of your bursts, as long as you get a blue one, is gonna be screen wide. I guess you can still make it fireworks in a way if the opponent hard baits it. Ooh, good interruption there. That's not a reaction though. You generally, I guess, oh, here we go. Yeah, that's exactly what Ari has been looking for. Even at almost full screen distance, Swag had his gun out and was in the middle of doing something, so wasn't able to put it out in time, or put it away in time rather. Oh, okay, that was a very aggressive DP there. Let's see if Ari wants to go for another one. Nope. Airtight low. Uh-oh. A little late here. Will force Ari to block. But what's the frame situation? Yeah, that's punish. That's minus punish on block. And Ari knew. 5D. And one of the... Oh, missing it again. Oh no, Swag. Finish your blade. There we go. Okay. Ari granting Swag a little bit of mercy here. 1 time, 2 time. But 3rd time's the charm. Nice backdash, and this time the timing was right, able to evade all the active frames of Genrozan. Overhead Rekka. Oh, tried to go into the extra overhead from... Or wait, that shuriken is not overhead, right? It's just a projectile. Alright, and this should be the kill, right? Bam, bam, bam. Yes, indeed. And suddenly, Swag exploding with a couple of really good games. From a losing position to being in the lead with a 2-game buffer.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Useful to call out a back throw. And I guess if you can make that plus, it's I'm really not familiar with the Strive shuriken situations, especially since in the past shuriken tended to be kind of a semi-meme. As far as I understand it, like, it's still not the greatest, but it will do things in Guilty Gear Strive sometimes. Right, YRC, followed up with a throw, making the safe jump as well, and backdashes the subsequent DP from the pressure string. Right, the overhead finds its mark, and that should be a kill, yep. Basic chip gameplay. Flow into the overhead Rekka, RC, make them block another mix-up. It's quite a bit that your opponent has to endure if they want to get out of that sequence. Yeah, smartly this time, not double. Oh, but this time doubles into the overhead Rekka. With a close slash pressure. Ah, nice backdash calling out the throw. Swag has so many resources. Burst available, lots of tension available, and still auxiliary resources or unique resources as well. Curse on as well. Oh, it looks so good. Ari does have the full burst here in just a second. If they wanna try to gamble with the DP once again. Running out of the concentration. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Swag ready to block the overhead. YRC from kind of far distance. It's probably, I'm not sure if they were able to make that airtight. Finds the conversion. It's getting slowly much better. The conversions have not been dropping as much for Swag for now. But out of the counter hit conversion, goes into the Rekka. Oh no, that was a miss on Karasuper, I reckon. And now Swag, no mercy whatsoever. We're not gentlemen here. We're here to play brutal, cutthroat style. If you miss your combo, I am gonna punish. Alright, not the biggest loss there, missing that throw. I only gotta drive by close slash into nothing. Oh, Swag with the presence of mind, the drift forward RC bait. You might as well when the opponent is so low. You might as well go for the drift RC forward on your last conversion. Finds the burst as well. Kinda had to happen on both sides. It's like Swag probably is gonna make that RC at one point of the combo anyway, and Ari will of course, well, he has to make the burst if he doesn't just want to go down like that. But speaking of going down, that's 2 combos, and now stuck to the wall as well. Full bullets, half concentration, and Ari's life completely ebbing. Oh, waking up with a 5B though. Dr. Swag not making that jump. Oh. I think I saw a cancel in the concentration here, so good call out from Ari. There's a lot of damage. Ah, but Swag, yeah, he kind of knew. Or at that point, you're like, all right, so if I jab the opponent, any jab is gonna be basically infinite reward, so I might as well jab, huh? Last dash from Ari, far slash, misses on the 2K. DLC 2K, ladies and gentlemen. Delivering once again, overhead. Oh, I think Swag backdashing there. Swag follows up with a 50 burst. Sorry, 50 tension. Wait, you can mash that? From the downward alpha? Okay. Swag with matchup knowledge, huh? Up swipes, this is gonna do so. Oh, this is actually gonna kill. Yeah. This would be one of Chip's most damaging combos. So very good on Ari, realizing that he's not gonna need a hard knockdown at all. Just perform the slashes, perform your biggest combo, and get the round. Now into position once again. Swag, however, a little higher. It's over, Chip. I have the high ground. Blast him with a jump slash. Curse is on. What's your move, Ari? Ooh, try to... I think there was a far slash once again, which Swag did low profile under with that 2K. First against the YRC. Here comes DP and a big counter hit. Finds hits after hit. But Swag is not completely in the corner yet. It's gonna come from, again, the back. Instant air backdash jump slash. Works out as a defensive maneuver for Swag. However, RC into misses the up swipes. Uh-oh, Swag still alive? Nope, never mind, not alive. Completely dead. And lying on the floor here. All right, this time it's gonna be Ari who is giving the chase.
Man. Duel 1.
Couple more games to even it out. Still, for sure, doable. Slightly awkward hit there. Ari did hit Swag in the air from that far slash, and it is sometimes a little hard to hit confirm if it's on an airborne opponent or a grounded opponent. So ended up using the red wild assault still, but no worries. Point to the combos, and now all that wasted burst resource is gonna be flowing back into the resource bar of Ari. Oh, hello! What? Just completely skipping past the scapegoat here. Putting Ari in the corner though. Last hit points for Swag. Anything would do it. Drill kick, yes indeed. Hop on the other side, hop on the backside, and then come down with the jump 2K. In that situation, if you don't want to deal those shenanigans, your best option is to try to dash out of it completely or backdash out of it so that Mr. Zanev's jump 2K is going to be nowhere near your character, so you don't have to play with the tricky timing. Some characters do have very far-reaching anti-air standing normals. For example, you know, Nago Close Slash comes to mind. If you do have those buttons, then perhaps it's a good RPS situation to try to gamble it up. Oh, speaking of gambles, Swag got the DP, or sorry, got the burst bait, but it was not a tight string. Turned into a gold burst. Very hard to punish as well. Uh-oh. Oh, reaching for the punish, missing it. Here's the YRC, here's the PRC. Both players throwing every inch of and bit of resources at the opponent. Another brave DP, swinging a miss. Swag has had a pretty keen sense for those DPs, I gotta say, so far. Jump out again, Rosan, but however, traditionally jumping out of the leaf crab is not gonna get you a punish unless you get a punish on the way up. Now this is technically a set point for Swag. However, Ari finding the command grab, finding the cross up, but then the close slash was missed because of Swag's backdash. All right, still in it to win it. 2 more needed for Ari, 1 more for Swag to decide whether our first our first Germany versus Finland matchup is gonna go in favor of Germany or Finland. Ooh, very brave challenge there. Able to get a hand between those gunshots. 6B, immediate momentum burst, putting Swag in the corner. It's probably a good burst that Ari made because Swag didn't have any resources basically to fight back anymore. So Ari will get to push this corner position for quite a while. Now even the blue RC whiffs and doesn't get Swag out of there. Where's the opening? There's a 2PP gunshot, but even then, we need real estate. All right, there we go. Instant air dash jump slash. If nobody else got me, instant air dash jump slash got me is what Swag is basically saying in this matchup. Into the low Rekka, and should be a kill. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that was pretty much domination from Ari, starting from start to finish. Let's see if we perhaps are gonna arrive to a completely opposite kind of game here. Okay. Jump over, jump 2K once again. Putting Swag into the tricky situation. Burst has been baited. Looking good for Ari. Overhead has the RC. Again, swaps Ari out of the shuriken cancel. It worked for the first time, but then Dr. Swag has been very aggressive on interrupting stuff that has gaps. Yeah, this is gonna be a comfy throw for Swag. CPRC, YRC, burst. That was again everything thrown to get that corner or get that dominant position. Jump to K, yeah, it's not easy to challenge. I'm not exactly sure what the frame data there is, but I would wager because Mr. Zanif has quite a few fast buttons. It's generally not a place where you want to press a button. And here we go, 6-6. Who the frick writes these banger script? I don't know. Right, DP. Ari can probably still be a little frisky with the DP options because they are holding on to the burst. Having a wrong read would be of, well, some consequence, but reduced consequence for sure. And now Ari with the meaty command grab is actually from a down or from a disadvantageous position. Arrives to a set point here on our last game of this matchup now. 6K catches back dash and a very nice conversion as well. Unfortunate for Ari, they had to use the burst there. But it probably does not end up mattering. Swag gets his burst back. Gold is the color. Both players slowing each other's frames, but one more hit. Swag gets into the Kara overhead cancel. That's all she wrote. Ari with a little bit of a comeback. Again, the same situation we had in the previous match. I think Ari at one point was 3-game deficit, was able to fight back, and at the very, very last moment, take it over Swag. The first of the two goes for Team Germany this time around. But we shall see if there is anything that KS will be able to say about this coming next matchup, as it is Typhoon versus KS. Another Germany versus Finland. Axel versus Gold Lewis. Now, in previous iterations of the game, I would absolutely give the favor to Axel. However, so White Wild Assault is quite of a thing. And Axel is a character who has no access to meterless DP, which does mean if KS on Gold Lewis manages to get in close and personal, it's gonna be extremely uncomfortable for Typhoon. The magic number on White Wild Assault is of course 9 frames. 9 frames is how many frames it's gonna take for Wild Assault's invo frames to kick in. And if you don't have any options to tag Gold Lewis out of a neutral situation before those 9 frames, then technically there is always a way to skip the neutral for Gold Lewis, as long as we have at least 50 bursts ready to go. This has been basically the theme that I've been trying to emphasize on pretty much every Gold Lewis versus a more neutral-oriented character so far since the advent of Season 3. And now, what a better matchup to showcase it than the poster boy zoner of Guilty Gear franchise himself, Axel Lowe, versus perhaps one of the most mobility limited character ever in the franchise before. That is not to say that Gold Lewis can't do stuff. You have stuff like especially security drone level 3, which will kind of pave way through for you to follow up. We do have the beam super as well. And now we also have White Wild Assault. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's I'm not here to have any kind of small talk. Let's just skip into my victory condition. And often enough, it really is a victory condition against a character who does not have, you know, any meterless DPs. Here we go once again. Oh, I see you two being. Let me just white wild assault. But now, here's the flip side of the coin. Now, when the burst has been utilized, this is basically what you have to do as Axel. You gotta milk that burst resource out and get to this position where you can finally get to some good old zoning. It's kind of reminiscent to Nago matchups where, you know, you can't really exert your long-range pressure before you've milked Nago out of Beyblades and Clone Kukyos. Until Nago is gonna be level 3, you won't be able to, like, safely poke at him from far. Same kind of vibe here for Axel versus Goldlewis. Ooh, okay. I guess White Wild Assault also doesn't care about the new fully charged Whistling Winds. Yeah, that would have been a kill, but oh, we're gonna go. Is he gonna steal that? That's actually gonna be a kill. Oh no! He switches the sides. KS is ready to run, or either jump out of the command grab as well. Very good patience on Typhoon, but KS just got as he had it. He had it on the back of his mind, or either back of his pocket. The gold burst, or not gold burst. The White Wild Assault was there.
Duel 1.
Granted, you do need to work yourself like a little bit closer than full screen to Axel. You can't just, yeah, look at this. You have to get like half screen position. When you get that half screen position, then we can talk about White Wild Assault. I mean, which is of course not the hardest deal to manage, I guess. Taking a couple of steps forward against Axel, like how hard could it be? Asking, as we see multiple red sets coming out. Ooh, but here we go, Behemoth Typhoon hitting from south. Oh, and KS with the presence of mind, has the combos, has the execution. This is a character, or rather a player, who is, ooh, but here's a good bit of matchup knowledge from Typhoon. Sees the Wild Assault coming out, dashes forward, and grabs KS out of it. Uh-oh, that was a misfire on the DP. And now KS tries to go for a cross-up mix-up, but mixing himself into the corner. Uh-oh, lost frames. Good jump out of the attempt to go for another Rainwater. That Rainwater backwards jump special from Axel will produce quite a bit of plus frames. Usually will prevent your opponent from hitting any buttons on the ground, but also hitting buttons after it lands on block. Quite good jump. Unleashes the wrong type of Behemoth Typhoon that time. Now KS fully charged. Ooh, I think that was a fully charged Whistling Wind. Should produce plus frames, right? Good goal, good Wild Assault. Into. Yeah, Typhoon deems that if we still want to play this round, it's better to burst now rather than when I'm gonna die. Hard knockdown. 5K catches the backdash. Haymaker plus frames. He has the meter as well. The positive bonus producing more plus frames. If KS makes Typhoon block anything, it's over. It's of the utmost importance that Typhoon doesn't block anything here. Ah! Oh! Of course, the minigun at a spacing where afterwards KS is just able to go for the White Wild Assault once again. I mean, it is, I think it's minus. The gun must be minus, so it makes sense that Typhoon would try to poke out, especially in that situation. It's so tricky putting yourself in a situation where you're like slightly minus. For example, after one of those minus Behemoth Typhoons, just follow that up with a Wild Assault, then it's not even very easy to jump out of because Wild Assault hits so high as well for the heavy buddies. Right, but we have control here. Like we said, KS first needs to get to that half screen position. As soon as he gets in there, unleashes the... Whoa, but here we go! Bait on the YRC. Haymaker, plus frames. That's a lot of plus frames. In fact, Typhoon needed to absolutely block that in the air. Or wait, no, that's the old game. Didn't need to, but it probably would have been wise to. Because basically you have in Guilty Gear Strive, you have a modifier where, you know, if you block anything in the air without FD, it's gonna cause a massive amount of risk build-up. Ooh, plays the F-Shiki. I would like to get forward. KS probably I wonder. This could be a gamble if Goldlewis or if KS chooses to play the Wild Assault here. He could gamble for the game win. All right, he does. We're gonna commit, boys. Spend it all, get the win. Yeah, that's a chip kill. It was a calculated risk there. KS was if this Wild Assault is blocked, I am likely gonna win. But if Typhoon got out of that situation and got that round, it would have been a bit of a loss for KS to go into the next round. Only with the half resources. Here we go. Wild Assault working as an anti-air this time. An absolutely multifunctional tool, and we have more where that came from as well. Good jump over the Rensen, no follow-ups. Oh, big haymaker! That's gonna hurt! Oh no, KS is this gonna hit behind? Let's see. Nope, gonna whiff. 2K, 2D punish. Gonna flip sides. Oh, never mind, not gonna flip sides. Just set up a security drone Oki, which did not work out for KS. Oh, here we go. Anti-air, Wild Assault, caught the backdash with the big vacuum cleaner or floor swiper, whatever you want to call it. Oh, hello? I think that was a hard read from Typhoon on round start Wild Assault once again. So it's understandable if you don't have the fastest reaction times. It is kind of hard to react to, honestly, the Wild Assault. Some people try to react to the burst gauge actually disappearing from your opponent's burst meter. That's one thing you can do if you want to, you know, have a different kind of stimulus for your eyes. Some people say that, you know, just listen to the sound cue, but it still is, it's probably fairly frame perfect punish, or rather reaction. Right, we got zoning, but we know how it's gone so far. Even after taking a little bit of the zoning, KS eventually they get in a position where the Wild Assault becomes relevant. And I think so far, like this speaks volumes about Wild Assault at the moment. I think so far this set, Typhoon has not been able to bait, quotation bait, any Wild Assaults from KS. Why? He's been airborne, but it's just like it just has such a massive hitbox. Even if you are airborne, even if you're jumping, even if you're backdashing, it just moves fast, moves forward, reaches high. It's almost impossible to be outside of its range. Right, plus frames from Rainwater. Yeah, 5k, preventing KS from taking the air. And now, KS doesn't even have the 50 burst ready to go yet, so technically a keep away galore for Typhoon. But soon that will come to an end. But so does Typhoon's life. A little bit of an advantage going into this last round. Ooh, trying to go for 5 heavy there. KS with the keen sense for the burst bait. Plus frames. Pressure continues. Finds the low. And throw is gonna be what settles it. Why would you? Yeah, it's like not many of us want to press button here as we see the security drone coming. And goddamn, KS starting up with a 2S. It's so weird seeing a character like Axel losing the round start versus a character like Goldlewis. But I mean, Goldlewis has been getting pretty decent updates to his normals and stuff recently. You could argue that this is perhaps one of the best back patches for Goldlewis since that that one drone change that we don't want to talk about anymore. But yeah, other than that patch, this is probably one of the strongest patches that Gold Luis has ever been. If not the strongest even, depending on how highly you value White Wild Assault. Like KS is dangerously close to the 50 meters, or the 50 bursts. Yep, Wild Assault is on the table again. And the nutty thing is, it's not always the usage of the tool, it's the threat of it. So Typhoon won't be able to, some of the reasons why Typhoon is slightly hesitating with this zoning is because, like, he has to keep it in mind. It's like you can't discount whenever Gold Luis is at that 50 burst mark, you have to acknowledge the existence of that move, even if it's not used. Ooh, okay, flying over the 2S this time into a throw. Looking like a good round for Typhoon. Typhoon basically has everything he needs. Yeah, flip the pressure around. 5B's coming through, here we go. Has the White Wild Assault, and this basically requires Case. Oh no, one hit. Is that the hit? One more hit? Is Cage just gonna steal the round? Not like this, Typhoon, not like this. Push him away! Go away! Fat man, please! Just a little bit of... just a little bit of more damage. There we go. Typhoon is on the board. Whew! I was starting to sweat there. But that's really the kind of character Gold Luis is. One reversal, one Wild Assault, one momentum breaker. One touch is all that it takes to threaten a kill. Yeah, I think this is probably one of the best things that you can do, is just take the White Wild Assault on block. Because, like, if you get hit, that's nasty. Then Gold Luis just gets to mix you up, or pressure you rather. Uh-oh. Oh my god. It couldn't be. It couldn't be, right? Very close though. And now KS. Typhoon again, I think went for a hard read there on the Wild Assault. But not paying off this time. Whistling wins. Meaning that it's better to just wait this time around. Throw. Alright, we cashing out. I think it's probably very worth it to try to bait Gold Luis into using blue bursts, because, like, when we consider burst resources, I think the best thing that you can... Oh, well, that thought! We are potentially going into a kill combo. Yeah, Typhoon recognized that. A full 720 would have probably been the kill there, but still not enough despite that burst. But yeah, to come back to my previous point, it's probably, like, it would actually be great if Typhoon could get those blue bursts out of KS Gold Luis. Because that would mean that KS wouldn't be able to go for the White Wild Assault for quite a while. But KS, being a smart Gold Luis player, also understands that unless I make a blue burst like this, I mean, these kind of blue bursts are okay. When you basically burst the zoner back into the corner and they don't have any defensive resources, that's fine. But if you burst them back to neutral, like if KS was to burst here as a blue burst, that would actually be kind of tragic, because you would just push yourself back into the neutral, and then you also would not have your Wild Assault anymore. So basically, like, the primary usage for burst that KS is going to be looking for is 1 gold bursts and 2 Wild Assault. That's basically what's been the theme of the match. You haven't really seen many blue bursts from KS at all. Yep, answering that blue burst immediately with a Wild Assault. Oh, finds the hit, misses the combo. Typhoon still with a chance. But that vacuum of the low follow-up of Rensen just pulls KS closer into the Behemoth Typhoon, and that's all she wrote. That is the matchup. That is the power of Goldluis this patch. Provided by the newest buffs to moves such as 2D, or sorry, 2K and what have you, but especially the Wild Assault. It's basically, they've been saying that Wild Assault, the current edition, basically erases all of the sort of the weak sides of the character, if you kind of look at it like that. Goldluis has been a character that has had difficulties getting in, and Wild Assault provides you another in that regard. Right, but enough of that Wild Assault. My jaw is getting just tired saying that word. Let's move into the next matchup of the evening. It's gonna be Elle from Spain against Matcha Mai. Now, we've seen on the Strive edition on Bounty Hunters before once. That time she was rocking Testament, but as it turned out for a lot of Testament players, that character perhaps wasn't resonating with many of us in terms of how it pans out game mechanic wise. Switching back to her ancient main, the Sin from the Exert days. And Mai is technically on week 2, I believe, week 2 of Sin. But we are talking about a player who has pretty decent fundamentals and has been able to build up, knowledge base, muscle memory, all that kind of jazz for this character Sinkisk for rather fast. So Ella is, on the other hand, Ella is a little bit of an enigma. This will be the first time that we see him on Bounty Hunters. And it's Elfelt Valentine as well, a character that has, I guess since the release week has seen much less utilization in the player base. Let's see how this pins out. So Mai does have quite a bit of practice against, a couple of practice sessions against various Elfelt players, including myself, who does have quite a, I don't want to say strong, but a spicy Elfelt pocket as well. Here we go into Tyrant Rave. Didn't get the clean hit there, so no wall break just yet. Plus frames for Elk 2. And a mash up from LA. Now the gunshot is probably one of the biggest reaching options for Elfelt. If we disregard the gunshots, at neutral, when it comes to normal, Sin has a little bit of an advantage in the poking gag category. Just a little bit more reach, just a little bit more disjoint. The buttons are just a little bit better overall for playing just a good old neutral with normals for Sin. So Elfelt kinda, I feel like, has to use a little bit of the gun to tell Sin to come at me, bro. Ooh, nice area there. That's actually good. Whoa! Is that actually gonna be a... No, not quite. Just a little bit too pro-rated, though. That was kind of a nutty pickup there from El, though. It was quite costly, but considering the life situation there was putting Mai in a very near-death situation, that could have almost been a finish. Man, that was from a jump P as well. It was jump PP, then into K, into air dash, into blue RC, slow them down, and then go into grenade. Kinda nutty. Right, the round start, Elk Hunt. Round start Elk Hunt actually calls out quite a bit of options from Elfelt. I think her 2K and 2S are the only common options that get to call out that button. And on the other hand, if you go for 2S, that's gonna lose to Sin's S buttons very easily. A very late burst here for L. Let's see if we can make this comeback. RC into pressure. Lollipop. And the DP is a little late on the DP or RC. Of course, there is always an option to go for, you know, out of the DP, go into a Kara RTL, which will, or Kara Tyrant Barrel as well, which gives you quite a bit of damage and or basically a wall break from anywhere. More stamina. Just go into a thick throw to buy time. And here we go. Elle finding the far slash. Into a knockdown, close slash. Here we go. Finds a big counter hit into full Rekka sequence. RC will go into a hard knockdown and had that Wildest out ready to go for the hard one as well. DP round start though. I'm not sure what kind of safe jump options Elfo has. Sin is a 9-framer. And that Tyrant Barrel is gonna even it out for Mai. Both players opening it up with a round. Now, from my own experience for playing Elfo this matchup, it's if you want to play with your S buttons, it's kind of tricky against Sin, especially if Sin wages the, or sort of plays a very good distance, uses buttons like 2S a lot. It can be very hard to, you know, get to press your own S buttons. I personally felt like 2K was a really big playmaker in this one. Right, OTG too heavy, grenade into a throw once again, repeat the situation. Oh, okay, going into a slightly different kind of setup here. So, in addition to the OTG too heavy grenade, you can play the off-screen shot fireball, which will come back and can catch certain players off guard if they have never seen that setup before. He works out, putting L in the corner. Let's see Mai's corner pressure, 6P whips and good whip punish there. Immediate momentum burst from Mai, wants to keep the prey in there. And L, of course, wants to not stay in there. Very nice choice, drifting forward, sees the big driver come active. It's a very slow startup move, get the throw. Put Mai in the corner, but now able to get a little bit of real estate there. Nice RC. This won't be a complete wall break reversal super. I think this should hit. 2S won't be able to recover in time. I think theoretically, I think Sin does have a close slash which can be made a safe meaty. But hitting that close slash will have to be on its like last active frames to be safe against that reversal super of Elfelt. It is one of the slowest reversal supers in the game as well, among the likes of Calamity 1 from Testament, as well as the fully churned super from Mr. Goat Lewis. Ooh, okay, bet it all on a throw, was able to get it out before the 2K comes active from Mai. Here we go, misses the first Rekka. That's always an option. It's even if the S Rekka, the initiation Rekka whiffs, you can whiff cancel it into the next Rekka sequence, which is a strategy that a lot of players are using from a far range pokes sometimes. It can catch players off guard if they try to like DP too soon or swing too soon. They might miss their poke on that whiffed S-Rekka and then get hit by the follow-up. Nice, into DP combo. Did that. She didn't want to use the stamina here for a full conversion out of the 2K. Was the Season 3 yummy stuff for Sin Kisk. Able to now make really good conversions out of his not only P but K buttons. Or rather, not only K but also P buttons if you convert into the DP fast enough. Right, heavy misses. Gets L out of the corner and the momentum burst. 6 heavy prevents Mai from jumping out. 1, 2, 3. Not the most lucrative punish to that DP, since DP is famously a very tricky reaction as well as a knowledge check. Ooh, tried to go for a swag combo, but it does not work out for L. Now close slash on airborne pulls L out of the sky with massive frame advantage, which Mai was able to take advantage of there. Jump heavy hits into, oh, there we go, whip punish on the Bridal Express. Bridal Express, you know, was actually, from my experience, one of the MVP moves for playing neutral as L thought, because your like far pokes are so not as good as Sin. You will have to, you know, use, you know, I mean, in a certain sense, the Bridal Express is quite fast to start up, and it has a really good hitbox, so you can kind of use it as a big driver range-ish poke. Ooh, but I missed the meaty there. Now Mai into, ooh, the new conversion. I know that she learned that conversion just recently. I haven't actually seen her do that combo even once. Wow, and now pulling it out on a tournament set. I might have to learn that as well, because the throw combo that I was working with myself on Sin was kind of annoying to make work. Had a very tricky timing there. And you gotta say the jump D combos for Sin are so swag. Like, if nothing else, I mean, generally the throw combos are not gonna, you know, have that much variety in terms of like what's optimal and what's not, because all of them are pretty prorated and are not gonna do too much damage. So might want to opt to go for the swag points instead. Might get a soft knockdown here. Mike still in a pretty good position. One. Yeah, I was probably wanting to go for a Kara RTL there, but missed the input and got a Gazelle step instead. Ooh, that's a big one! Into. Maybe a full sequence. Instead going into the 6K meaty. Nice! Sees the slowdown frames. The gunshot is coming out. Ooh, that was a very nice read there for Mai. The instant air dash option is generally the best reward that you can get for punishing it, but also L was on the layer as well and chose to just to RC that gunshot. Very expensive, but especially at the end of the round, that's good. 5 heavy into Tyrant Valor, very nice. Get the hard knockdown. What's the setup? 6K. Can't beat backdash against that. I think a really nice power of Sin is that many of his buttons are just so hard to backdash out of. Close slash, you know, has the classic 6 actives, but also a very far-reaching box. And don't even get me started with 6K. 6K just is basically unbackdashable because it just reaches like half a screen away almost. Alright, finds the frame trap with 5 heavy, but no follow-up. There we go, into Bridal RC. Again, didn't have any resources to get the hard knockdown, so Mai still with a really good chance here. Let's see, did he press a button? L, no, they didn't. Beat the burst as well. That was a really good sequence for L. Not only got the full bait on RTL, was already on the next layer where, you know, first punish with a close slash, then end the combo, let the opponent burst, and get the kill. We go, looking for the frame trap, reaching for the throw here. So L has been throwing Matcha Mai's Elks after that 5 heavy at least once, which is the reason why L is hitting the throw here after the 5 heavy string. But of course, it will get called out by no cancel or the hoof stomp. Here we go, this should go into a wall break. Once again, has to take the wall break with a 5D, but now the massive life advantage. Mai does have a lot of resources though. Do we get the combo? Misses the follow-up! Who's gonna be pressing? Both players pressing button, but nothing connecting. No stamina either, and with that, yeah. Perfect timing on the deflect shield. Pushes Mai away just as the hoof stomp was gonna come out. And a very comfortable whiff punish with the 5 heavy then. Nice. Oh, look at that slightly awkward hit on the backdashing L. 5 heavy. And was waiting for the burst as well. Damn, L is just completely on top of the burst RPS today. RC, do we get the side sweep? Yes, we do. And not quite the wall break, but L went for the deflect shield a little too early this time around. That's amount of burst he's not gonna get back for a while. But does it end up mattering? Drops the combo here. That was a good read. However, L did not dash deep enough. Jump heavy will whiff. One more hit. Gunshot won't be able to do it for L. Again, look at that. The last possible moment that Mai could have bursted. L still on the hunt for the burst. It's basically... It just feels that that RPS situation unfolds as you kind of have to, but you know, it's not gonna work out. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Ooh, that's a big aerial close slash going into a full conversion. Into, set it up. What's the setup this time? Friend kill 5k into a meaty, okay. I think you do kind of have to rely on your non-standard setup sometimes against these strong DP characters like Sin, instead of just running like OTG too heavy into a grenade into a high-low, because Sin's DP just tags you out of many of your go-to mix-ups by design. Yeah, there we go. That's the one that L has been looking for. So it's a very hard commit. If the opponent goes for the L count cancel, every L count cancel can be thrown. But on the other hand, if Matcha does anything other than that L count, that would ring as a counter hit. But hey, risk reward, knowing your options, making the predictions, that's all fighting games is all about. A couple of shots. L is picking up some steam here. Since that 2-2 situation, 3 in a row, the MVP here for the past these 3 games has definitely been L's patience and burst baits. But here comes Mai. Are we gonna go? Yeah, again into the L count. I wonder if Mai is in the know here. And if she will be able to adjust. It's of course knowing the frame data. Go break the wall with the super. And again, I'm not sure if Elfelt has a safe jump here, but let's see what... Yeah, L just taking it. Just chill. Checking if Mai wants to maybe throw out a DP, maybe throw out an RTL. And with that life disadvantage, it's not the biggest of deals even if Sin gets to land something on block on you. Ooh, that was so tricky. Skip to the other side and then air dash to the other. Oh, jump B leads into a very nice conversion. Mai, probably a good burst here. Avoiding the wall break. 5 heavy into this time. Yep. But this time L was not mashing the throw. 6P actually makes it there in time. Very low on stamina here. Frames, finds the hit, but can't convert into it unless you spend the tension. That's the sort of the resource management that Sin has to work with. Sometimes, unless you have stamina, if you're not willing to burn the tension, there is no conversions out of many of your special moves. But that's why they say Sin is kind of like burn stamina first, then burn meter, and then burn tension. Sin is really good at sort of juggling between those three resources. Having an external resource in addition to your tension and burst is a really nice feature in Guilty Gear Strive. If that resource allows you to reset your pressure as well. Ooh, nice footsies there. 2S catching whatever L tried to hit there. But it's not a done deal quite yet. They're coming through with this big combo. Trade. There we go. RC. We're gonna go in the BMB conversion. Too high though. The too heavy just pops. L a little too high. Too heavy preferred in combos with not too much, or rather too much proration usually. Luckily for Mai, able to still get the win here. 5B. Yeah, goes into the optimal conversion though, but misses the dash cancel. But you can see the fundamentals, all the Sin cogs are spinning around in Mai's head. Now what we can do, or rather what can we do with 0 stamina for now? Ayer. Oh, the follow-up misses! with it, Elle procuring another chance to play more. Yo, from what distance? I was like, no way she's gonna throw at that distance, but actually, that must have been a pixel perfect throw. Damn. All right. Still in it to win it. 3-6. We're gonna have to get 4 in a row for Mai. 6B is the option that calls out the round start Pineberry. To 1-2. Mai is out of stamina once again, so we'll have to play a little defensively. But unlike the older games where Sin had to actually physically go for the eat command to get back your stamina, this game, it does require, it does come back over time passively. So basically just hanging out full screen and zoning and waiting for your opponent. Oh, but hold that thought. Oh, it was one of those situations where you can sometimes cancel a little too late. And that's a tragic drop for Mai. That would have been a kill that round. But now we'll have to go. Set point position for Elle. In a tough situation to fight back from for Mai. She has definitely been in tougher situations before. Now let's see if she can hold tight and control her nerves. There we go, got the punish. Into. Ran out of stamina though. Full tension. I think one weakness in Mai's game plan so far is that she hasn't necessarily learned the best tension usage so far. So in these situations where you're very low on, ooh, this should hit right. This should hit right. Yeah. Into. Oh, but that needed to be delayed. Oh no, the knowledge check. And Elle gets the burst bait as well. That's gonna be the kill. Curses. The stuff that comes with experience, knowing that if you hit the RTL there at that height as a counter hit, it requires a lot of delay. And perhaps that was the critical information that might have been lacking. But damn, it feels like most of Mai's drops and tragedies came from a lot of these things that just, you have to play a lot more matches to get feeling for. The RTL drop there, some of the pressure situations where you could have probably kept up with an RC, some of the combos that you could still procured with an RC after being out of stamina, but still looking like a very strong base. And that was day 11. I think I saw Matcha say in the chat earlier. Not too bad, honestly, considering that Elle is... I think Elfeld is not Elle's main character as far as I've understood. I have a couple of decently high-ranked characters if I've done my lore check. So Happy Chaos? Happy Chaos is the main of choice, or would be. But yeah, very good set there. Now moving on to the latter part of our show. Slowly turning up the heat. Coming up next, Maria Nagoriyuki versus OLC Mei. This will be the second time we see OLC on the screen. Their debut on Bounty Hunters last week, extremely convincing. And I guess we could say that it's the quality of the opponent surely improving a couple of notches in terms of skill level here. We're still kind of testing the waters with how far OLC can go, though. Still sort of a calibration period, if you may. Especially when you come and play on Bounty Hunters for the first time, and if the matchmakers don't have the best feeling for your skill level yet, it can take a couple of matches to get you kind of where you sort of need to be in the seeding. Let me send Maria an info beam as well. was this? But it's gonna be two very explosive characters. Of course, everybody knows the firepower of Nagoriyuki when plot is available. Basically has all of his resources. Nagoriyuki is kind of like a backwards character. You start the round with all of your resources, even if you are low on stamina, or rather, even if you start rounds with 0 tension. In a perverse kind of way, you actually start the round with everything, because blood is what matters for this character. We all know those, you know, hard-hitting combos from a round start. 60% of opponent's life gone, get the wall break, and then just flow from there. Mei was kind of a similar character. I think Mei has been tuned down considerably since she lost her... what was it? She lost her... was it 6 heavy no longer combos quite like it used to? So now you would need a fully charged 6B to get the... sorry, not 6B, 6 heavy. You would need the fully charged 6 heavy to get the swag combos that you could in Season 2. Like the big hitting ones. So she has suffered some downgrades to her combo damage since time immemorial. Vampire dude kicks my butt every time. Yeah, I mean, a lot of players are in that same kind of boat. Nagoriyuki is definitely a specimen. A lot of matchups, you know, if you're trying to learn the Nago matchup, there is one piece of advice that I can give for just about anyone. Nago often is very hard to find when he's low on blood, when he can use Beyblade, when he can use Clone Hukyo to sort of skip the neutral from very far distances. Kind of means that you can't really press a button against him very easily at neutral. So what you can do is you can try to bait those blood-burning moves first. Try to play options such as like neutral jumps, maybe instant air backdashes, and like try to make him whiff, for example, Beyblade, and then come down with a punish button. If you can do that, if you can manage that a couple of times, you can make him go very high on blood, and when he's at blood level 3, or getting closer to the popping stage, I can't really use special moves anymore to skip the neutral very safely. And that's the point where you can kinda start playing the matchup comfortably for many characters, especially if you're playing like a keep away character. And of course, for more rushdown oriented characters, for like the Giovanna that was mentioned, a high blood Snuggle will want to swing with far-ranging buttons, such as like 5 heavy, because his 5 heavy range increases per blood level. But he does become quite whiff punishable for whiffing those heavy buttons, so when the blood is high, you can probably be... You can kind of guess that a lot of moves are gonna come out that are high on recovery. So that could give you opportunities to, you know, whiff punish, maybe instant air dash on him, that kind of jazz. Is the connection okay? Looking a little shaky here. This is Norway to... Where is Alt from? Or oh, I think OLC is from Hungary, right? Okay, looking clean for now. So hopefully it's not too bad for the players. Ooh, into the big cover hit, too heavy. That's probably gonna be a murder. Did they get the super? No, it's up very high. I think the killer whale does reach quite high up on the wall, and sometimes like you can perform that super off the air as well. So you do have some options for breaking the wall of a really high wall stick as well. Maria missing completely with the white wild assault. We were talking about, you know, baiting out blood, but baiting out those white wild assaults might be very relevant as well in the same manner. The thing is, though, it's really hard to jump over white wild assaults. Here we go, cross slash. Ooh, a little bit too far. Maria spacing herself at a very safe distance, allowing the backdash, but you know, even then, OLC getting much out of that backdash. Go with the Dolphin hop cancels, overheads, up Dolphin plus, S Dolphin not plus. It's like up Dolphin hehe, S Dolphin on block not hehe. You go into the corner, you go, overhead kiss. The wall breaks a little prematurely, so OLC not able to cash out on all that damage. Uh-oh. Tried to hit a jump heavy in the air and he's gonna pay for his crimes, for Maria converts into big time. No hard knockdown though, so OLC will be able to escape from this situation. This should hit. Yes, indeed. I think I saw a crouching normal there, and that should be a kill on. Yes, indeed. It was looking kind of dangerous there for both players. Both players staking a claim on the first game. And through all sorts of twists and turns, Maria coming out of that as victorious. Yeah, it was looking really laggy, and now Maria and OLC talking it through in the matchmaking chat. Trying to figure out what the issue is. Of course, this is it's a regular day on the interwebs, and we all know that sometimes the routing demon is just not having it. So Maria did say that they had a good connection to somebody they were playing with earlier. But we could there is always an option that it's that annoying thing where it's actually because of this room. So we could make either Maria or OLC host a room, and I could join that room and see if that solves it. So gonna suggest that right now. Of course, we want to give these absolute units of gamers the best possible competitive environment. Okay, we're gonna have Maria make a room, and we'll join that, see if that would fix the stuttering issue.
Network.
So a short intermission, please stand by. This would be a great opportunity to get more water. I'm just about running out of water here on the commentator desk.
Welcome.
Be sure to pet the doggy on the way in. Wait, there's a doggy? Doggo! Oh, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Or girl. I don't know if is Gio's doggy he or she or it? I don't know. Is this relevant? Alright, new try. Let's see if the player hosted room will yield better results. Fingers crossed. So Maria has that 1 point in her account. It should be pretty excuse me. It should be pretty noticeable though. And the jury says. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's too much stuttering, so I think that actually solved it. Thank you Ishiwatari and Arxis for these wonderful player rooms that work sometimes, and sometimes they don't. Alright, but into the super will go. I think there was quite a bit of upwards trend on block here from Maria, but this super, hitting this this sequence for this super is gonna give you decent amount of blood back. Without any sort of modifiers, it does take Nagoriyuki quite a bit of time to sort of get rid of the blood buildup. In fact, it's something really absurd. If you don't land any specials, but wait a second, what was footsies? 5 heavy? Thank you. OLC kind of cracked here. It's notoriously difficult to play footsies with Nagoriyuki, especially with buttons such as 2S. But I think that was exactly on 2S. With the 5 heavy from Mei punished there. / 1, 2, 3. Cancel. White assault. This pressure never ends. Maria could choose to spend blood here. Was trying to retain it for a rainy day, which unfortunately never ended up coming. Jump in is the opening sequence for OLC into a command grab. Here we go. Break the wall already. Half-life done from Maria. And now OLC is gonna be basically swimming in meter soon. I say that, but they didn't get to press any offense. It's usually like when you get a positive bonus, you would love to make the opponent block just about anything. If you can just land shit on block, it's gonna build you so much tension back. US swipes OLC out of the sky. 2K into 5D. RC. And now, what's the move? Oh, that's so smart. That's so fucking smart for OLC. RC saw the Wild Assault get the throw. The only punish that you can have against Wild Assault. The white kind. Oh my goodness. OLC already here. This is an important ability that you gotta have against the big buddies. If you don't have any sort of counterplay against Wild Assault, Forma Blanco, then you're not in a good position, my friend. But it looks like OLC does have some tools to say about that. Here we go, Maria. Big corner carry, Fukyo forward, 5 heavy, checking if the opponent is blocking. This time, the answer is no. 2K 2D into DP, get the short knockdown, and looking for the last hit. Wild Assault, spending some resources. Are we gonna spend more? Trying to swipe 2 heavy out of the sky, but Mei just a little bit too far to reach here. Yeah, there we go. As we were saying earlier, matchups, Wild Assault very hard to jump out of. Sometimes the best option is that you just have to take it on block. Here we go. Beyblade counter hit goes into the left corner. And now you're guessing for your life. Every one of these close slashes could be a blood-sucking universe, which usually is one of the victory conditions for Nagoriyuki. Ooh, but far slash! Not able to hit low enough on that whiff. Was that too heavy that I saw? Close slash hits. OLC was backdashing. Get bounced up into the air. For one more hit, that forward Fukyo DP activates very quick with a very nice hitbox, preventing that, was that Updol thing from going active from OLC. Maria, once again in the driver's seat, but I am predicting this is 2 very explosive players, two strong players. Look at that, the 5 heavy, putting it out so that the vampire guy Doesn't command dash in. Right, Wild Assault. Yielding once again, forcing OLC to unleash his burst. But that's definitely, you know, you're paying way more than your opponent if your sort of go-to counterplay for getting hit by Wild Assault is to RC. You're gonna end up in a 50 burst deficit. Slash, oh my god, whips the follow-up hit. That would have definitely been a kill. Now let's see if OLC can still save this. Answer is gonna be no this time. Here we go. With the other color Wild Assault, the red one is quite powerful as well. It has really good applications for performing combos, but for a lot of characters, it's maybe even better as a pressure extension. Because it does put you back at your best close slash pick throw situation. In addition to being a frame trap. Frame trap, pressure reset, puts you in, you know, almost the best possible mix-up situation you can get. If it hits, it combos really well. Lots of corner carry. It's the former best Wild Assault. I guess we could still argue whether the red Wild Assault or the white Wild Assault is better. Yeah, you kind of have to look at it on a character-to-character basis. There's a lot of close slashes. The respect cashed out on OLC big time. He's really high on blood. Ooh, that could be a pop, but not quite. So all those strikes that Maria was able to land earlier. Oh, hello. Are we good? Yeah, we're good still. But it's like at that high blood situation, there really isn't anything that Maria can do very safely. If you don't have access, or if you're not willing to spend the white Wild Assaults to try to skip the neutral, your options are like walk forward or try to super jump forward. Both extremely predictable and easy to react to. Ooh, trying to go for a whip punish there. I think I saw the startup of Beyblade. OLC with a really good timing. Dolphin Hawk cancels, going to overhead. 2K hits a little too high, but we're still in the primary mauling position. Maria decides it's time to burst out here. Rather, like, if you are gonna burst during a round while you are actually a 1 round up, you might as well burst very early rather than late. Because even then, if you lose the round or if you get put through a wall, at least you're gonna be building that burst back. Now Maria with the nice DP side switch conversion. Relatively costly in terms of blood, but... BK, RC, the very classic go under, anything that the opponent can do. And we were talking about how Nagoriyuki kind of like wants to swing with that 5 heavy from distance when the blood level is high. 3K from Mei is one of those options that can kind of slide under from almost half screen distance. Alright. Ooh, faking the cross up again. You would have to think that OLC would love to switch the sides there, but then the air backdash back and getting the hit from the right. Now side split from OLC. Is it gonna kill? It looks like it might. No, just 1 hit point left. I think if he ended up charging 6 heavy, that would have been a kill. That's one downside. If you end up breaking the wall with a Wild Assault, or sorry, Wild Assault in general, it sometimes tends to do less damage than your best normal. Oh, that's gonna be a kill. Slash, slash, slash. Get the wall stick. Get the kill. Yes, indeed, Maria. OLC has had, you know, decent opportunities to push pressure, but really, it's kind of like Maria spending really, Maria spending her resources really well, I want to say. It's like good mix of, you know, using blood, using tension, and using a burst. And we were talking about that, you know, how characters in Guilty Gear Strive that can spend their unique resource to extend their pressure are very strong, because they can juggle 3 resources instead of 2. Same as Sin. Same kind of rings true for Nagoriyuki. Here we go. First blood-sucking universe off the set. OLC probably not. Oh, and do we get a super? Yes, indeed. That should be the kill, even with the reduced damage of the Season 3 supers. Wham, bam, bam. Here comes the wave. Woohoo! Right, sliding under from the round start. Ooh, I'm seeing a little bit of stuttering. Hope the problem is not back. Skip the neutral. Clone Fukyo. Costs a lot of blood. That costs more than 1 bar of blood. Swing and miss once again. The double jumps, but then Maria is like, fuck this. I'm not gonna swing too heavy anymore. I'm just gonna attack the landing with my Wild Assault. Got the backdash here. Very decent combo, but no meter to spend on that full conversion. OLC will have to, once again, committing to that 3k. It's been working out pretty well. Deflect Shield is gonna push Maria very far away, but perhaps this is a position that Maria is comfortable playing here. Blood is ready to be spent. At least one special move. Oh, that might be. Is Maria gonna pop? It's so close. Ooh, perfectly calculated. Now, the far slash sequence is gonna drain a lot of blood back, especially the last hit. When it comes to the far slash sequence, it's the third hit at the end that generally drains the most. So if you pull through with bluffs like far slash, then reset far slash, you're not gonna get back as much as you would get from a sequence like far slash RC, for instance. Tried to anti-air that Dolphin Hop. I saw a 5B from Maria. But those Dolphin Hops, they're very tricky. The timing is everything, and you gotta know your buttons. Right, OLC looking very strong on this first round here. It's just about time that OLC would have to mount that comeback if they want to come back from this deficit. Urgency is slowly kicking in. Again, very nicely placed 5 heavy Maria. Fukyo's forward straight into it. Yeah, baits the meter burn, or rather the blood burn. But Maria doing a lot of pressure resets. I think OLC has been very respectful, either just standing there blocking patiently or ready to jump out, which Maria has been exploiting to the maximum, I want to say. Now lots of blood coming back from Maria, but lots of resources to defend with here on OLC. Gold Burst is gonna be unpunishable. Here we go. Side swap. Nope, we're going to the other corner. And the option is red. Backdash blue RC. Just in case that OLC had an option coming that was gonna call that out. I'll call that backdash out. BP 1, 2. Back in there still. Is he gonna pop? No, just in the nick of time. Blood build-up ceases. Backdash though already. Back throw though. Up Dolphin plus frames. Got the frame trap but didn't get the conversion. In fact, that was a trade, I think. What's gonna be here? Goes for the... I wonder if that was a throw input miss, or if he wanted to go for the jump D. Both options are viable as far as I know in terms of made strats. DG close slash, trying to bait stuff, but now Maria, one more guess. Oh, I think that's a pop, right? No, that was in fact not a pop, but she was trying to gamble on the blood-sucking universe, and since OLC has been very, jump-oriented out of the pressure, we'll be able to evade that one. Immediate burst here. Oh, Maria, ready to spend some burst resources as well in order to try to get the momentum back. And here come the hops. Here's one, here's two. That's a hop of one kind, I suppose. Into RC, and if you try to challenge that S Dolphin minus frames there, I guess that's exactly why OLC played the RC. But now, A run back opportunity from Maria. It's gonna be tough though. Or is it? One more hit. One more big hit would be it. OLC. Oh, okay. Yeah. RC, slow their frames. Go for the low. No reason to do anything super fancy. Or take any big risks either. There we go. I think that's one of the first full spacing baits on White Wild Assault tonight. I mean, a couple of White Wild Assaults have been thrown on reaction, but you gotta really be in the right position for those. Right, trying to set up the plus frames from the beach ball. Maria having none of that, super jumping over and too heavy, coming out at the perfect angle, preventing OLC's dash and perhaps the forward dash, which was gonna be the follow-up option there. Go active. Nice IBFD, pushing OLC just a little bit further away, but the frame trap into too heavy, big damage coming through. Super, yes indeed, this super is air okay. And OLC looking for that one more hit. What's it gonna be? Safe jump into a low once again. Maria has to burst here, gets it, finds the hit. Has all the blood in the world available. But this is tough. 100 meter from the opponent. Could be a super RC. Not anymore though, because OLC was opting to go for a lot of FD. Through the wall you go. Won't be a kill, but a hard knockdown, and OLC, again, with full resources, full burst, full meter, is gonna be guessing for their life. But now, what is the guess? What is the option of choice here? Maria just ends up not... Oh, it's actually Maria who ends up taking the win with a reversal super. My goodness. Maria basically said, I'm not gonna bother with that. You have way too many resources. You could burst, you could super RC, you could just drift RC, you could do all sorts of nasty, nasty things. So let me just stand here and just swing 5 heavy. It has a lot of disjoint. You should probably not be able to catch me.
Duel 1.
The downside was OLC was able to start a pressure sequence there, but you know, doopy. Right, Maria through the wall once again, pretty high blood. Keeping OLC staying steady. All of those close slashes, when they land on your airborne opponent, they're gonna pull them back onto the ground with lots of plus frame advantage for you. And that's a nice win there coming from the round start. DP was whiffed from Nagoriyuki, so Bloodburn has been baited, but also is able to put Maria into the corner. But we need more of this. Maria is technically on a set point here. Oh, this is gonna hit on the upwards dolphin. Slam, slam, slam. This will fix, again, Maria's blood problems. 50 meter, 100 burst. What's it gonna do, OLC? What is the way to save this set? The burst. The last combo breaker. OLC is completely out of resources. He'll just have to maul raw, but it's to no avail. The rainbow wild assault, all of the wild assaults. Maria skipping into the close range pressure. This time, not able to get the close slash out in time, but can he block here? He cannot. There is a little bit of recovery on those dolphin hops. And this time, Maria is gonna close it out convincingly. Wild plays, wild assaults. 7-2. I'm really glad though that we got the whatchamacallit, the connection situation solved. All right, so I'm gonna host a new room. So it'll take a while. Please stand by.
Network.
And I'm gonna post the new code in the chat for Pokey and Talla. Entering the last 2 sets of the evening. We'll have our pre-advanced match here in the form of Pokey versus Talla, and after that,
Welcome.
it's gonna be super high level, easy versus Xandere. Yeah, good. My memory still isn't gone. doing some TO stuffers. Let's fix the code into the other pinned message as well. Right, I feel like we have seen this matchup played quite a bit on Bounty Hunters before, but it's never been pokey on the side of the Anji yet. Now this will be Talla's third match on Bounty Hunters, if I recall correctly. And it would be definitely, I rate this as a challenge match for Talla, for sure. For Pokey has been on such a tear for, you know, such a long time, to the point where I can't really, it's really hard to call Pokey an intermediate player anymore, right? It's like, the line between intermediate and advanced is, oh, let me fix that. See, there we go. Ooh, just in time, saved. The line between intermediate and advanced is still, you know, fleeting and really depends on what the community decide the whatchamacallit, where you draw the line is gonna be. I think at the moment it's like mostly, if you want to talk about rating update terms, it's like somewhere around 1.8k rating. But you gotta look at so much more than rating update, right? That's one of the reasons why many of the higher level players have just straight up disabled their rating, and I think Pokey is one of those players as well, if I recall correctly. Is like, don't think about the numbers, just play the game, just concentrate on getting better. I think that kind of mentality has turned out quite well for Pokey, as does this first game here. Doing quick surgical work of the opponent, Anji, a character that delivers lots of damage from even more, you know, conversions than previously, as you now have the Nagiha juggle, even on the normal Nagiha. From your Fujin follow-ups, that does give you a little bit of combo without RC. So Pokey, and also that tool, the Kara Nagiha is that's a specimen as well. You no longer have to necessarily commit to, you know, Fujin. If you want to poke from really far away, you can go into Kara Nagiha as well. That is an option that is available for Anji players. And then combined, of course, with the spin, you have a slew of a lot of very committing options, very gamblish options. That's you know, we shall never deny that Anji is a very gamble-heavy character, very RPS-heavy character, starting from, you know, the get-go, starting from the round start. But definitely a character that can make use of those high-risk, high-reward hits very effectively. Again, with the Kara Nagiha, sweeping Talla off her feet. Plus frames from the fish, and we're steering backwards there. I think that was really good presence of mind from Pokey. If you go for the neutral steering or steer forward, you're probably gonna steer yourself into the opponent's DP. But if you use the new tool and steer Shin backwards, you can actually avoid some weaker hitbox DPs in the game. And I think Bridget's DP ain't really the best out there. It is a DP, but certainly not... Oh, nice bait there. Certainly not in the same category as Sin DP or Leo DP or, I guess, Soul DP, to name a couple of really good ones. Ooh, nice run under. Making Pokey whiff his jump heavy there. Fishing too heavy. And a good timing on the 5 heavy here. Timing is literally everything in this matchup. So generally we talk about Anji being relatively okay against far-reaching characters. For example, Axel, Nagoriyuki, characters like that who can sort of have a lot of long-reaching pokes. Those can be challenged, those can be RPS with the spin. Doesn't mean that, you know, Anji has a good matchup against those. It just means that the matchups are not as desperate as you might think. And I think this is one of those matchups as well. It's you can like cause a lot of RPS to happen against Bridget's far-reaching pokes if you have the timing for your spins. And on the other hand, to punish those with a counter hits, you need very well-timed strikes from the side of the Bridget player. If you go too early, your strikes are gonna be spinned or spun, and you're potentially taking a lot of damage. But on the other hand, if you pick your timing just right, it's gonna be a counter hit starter, and you can probably go into some of your hardest hitting combos. Talla? Good anti-air. However, Poki had a lot of momentum coming out of that instant air dash, so getting sort of bounced out of the corner. DPRC, switch sides, yep, basic stuff. It's fair, for it costs tension, that's what they said. Available to all DP characters. This pressure is going on forever. But now Talla has finally run out of resources and has to kind of back off into the neutral position. Plus frames from Midare. Oh, it's the overhead, and here we go. Big damage. Wild Assault not quite reaching. That's an unfortunate loss of resources for Poki. Red Wild Assault is very useful for a lot of things. Let's see, do we have enough for this one? It's not gonna reach, quite slowing down the frames with that blue Wild Assault or blue RC. Doesn't quite get a punish, but finds 8. Oh, look at that. The catch on 2P on that backdash, damn. That move reaching kind of far. They do say that the 2P from Anji is one of the better 2P, like one of the better mash buttons in the game, period. 5 frame, and now has an option of linking into 6 heavy as well on hit. So even better than it ever was before in the current iteration. Nice tech here. And now be very careful, both players. Oh, whoa, that was a nice idea, but the butterfly was coming active already. Tried the 2P anti-air. Talla having none of that. It's not quite going into the wall break. Tried to go for a meaty throw. Poki once again ready to press buttons, but not. Again, if you press buttons on wake up, you gotta be ready to hit confirm out of it. You gotta get some real estate out of that and push yourself out of the corner. And Poki wasn't quite able to do that here, which does secure Talla first lead of the set. Alright, very spaced there. I'm not I can't remember what Nagiha was on block. It might actually not be punishable for Bridget unless you are in K-button range. Ooh, yeah, speaking of timing your buttons, the 2 heavy, very late to activate. That can make some very slow buttons actually pretty decent against Anji, as long as those buttons have like good reach, good actives, and potentially convert into a lot of damage, such as Bridget's 2 heavy. But now, Bridget is going through the wall, and Poki will threaten with one more mix-up. Safe jump into 2P, 2P check if Talla wants to do something. And then convert into the overhead Hujin. Right, a little bit of an unfortunate drop, couldn't get the best set off. Wild Assault is gonna secure Talla. Hard knockdown here. She has a lot of resources in the form of tension as well. DPRC, yep. Poki will just have to hold it for now. Right from the overhead, the delayed jump, the overhead hits as well. Poki tried to dance, trying to hit something. But Anji is definitely the kind of character who would love to have a little bit of buffer in terms of hit points. Because you are naturally gambling quite a bit and gonna be taking hits here and there, especially against characters like Bridget. You would love to have at least like one-fourth of your hit points left. And that's probably what Pokey is gonna have as a result of this. As Talla get a safe jump. Ooh, that was a very delayed Wild Assault there from Talla. Alright, 2K, 2D goes, ooh, gets a setup. DP from Talla. It's out of that sticky situation. DP is, of course, very traditional good tools against that, against Anji stuff. For the Hujin, the Hujin pressure does have quite a lot of gap in all of its follow-ups. One of the few things that you can do is perform the low follow-up, the Nagiha airtight, and catch the opponent trying to mash DP. If they are willing to do so. Oh, RC a little too early? Do we still have the kill? Yes, indeed. Okay. Okay, chill. That was a good choice there. Whenever you have a kill, even without going into the throw damage itself, it's probably a good idea to play the throw with OS in case they were backdashing or trying to jump out. Nice snipe there, the jump slash. So one thing here is that trying to spin through projectiles is often not the preferred way to go for Pokey, and he did get a spin there against Yo-Yo set. It's generally the strikes from your opponent that you would love to spin so that you can guarantee that they are in a punishable position, or at least that you get the fish, you get the Midare in there and able to break their guard and get plus frames. Yeah, like so. We go, try to DP there, but the Shih Tzu actually preventing that from going active. Yeah, Bridget DP doesn't seem like it has a lot of invo frames to its actives. I mean, of course, the couple of first active frames are gonna be invo, but you're not gonna go very high with those invo frames, huh? How many games? It's gonna be FT7, or every game is FT7, so first to 7, but after this we have one more game for tonight. And our remaining game after this would be Easy Faust versus Xandere Ramlethal, so stay tuned for that. That is some of the highest level Guilty Gear imaginable from the EMEA region. But back to this match. While that all transpired, Talla working on a really good match here, and I did recall saying that this would be, that Talla would be the underdog here, but I might have, once again, in a true and tried QK fashion, undersold our, current, the player who is running the show here. Talla moves into 4-1 position. And I think we're gonna have our first DC of the evening as well. Let's see if the players do notice. It is the risk that we take when we are running rematch lobbies. So we're gonna call players back to the lobby. But if they choose to play, if they don't notice it, we usually on Bounty Hunters just let them rock it and sort of preserve the competitive integrity. Yes, that's the way to pronounce that word. Thank you, QK. Very, very smart. Very smart. Oh, you're so smart. Me so smart. But to preserve the competitive integrity of the event, we're not gonna rob any matches from the players if they start their games. That said, Talla, damn, came up really swinging. I think most of the Bridget versus Anji matchups we've seen on Bounty Hunters so far, it has been Anji, generally the Anji players winning, and generally the Anji players having really keen RPS on the neutral spins, just hitting a lot of spins in general, or able to make the spin such a threatening maneuver that the opponent is getting too scared to ever swing. And if Bridget gets scared to swing at Anji, it's kind of Jover. It's just Jover at that point. That's kind of your shtick. Having the long range, getting a little bit of zoning in there, knocking them down, and then running offense. But if you just kind of let Anji close in on you, yeah, that's a free meal. That's half of Anji's work done for him. Skibbity gat Riz. I actually had to ask my wife, like, what the frick is Riz? I do not understand this language that Zoomers are speaking nowadays. I'm just a, I'm just a relic of the past from Street Fighter era. She kindly told me what that word actually meant. Alright, so if I saw correctly, that was a point for Pokey. So the current score at this time would be 4 points on Talla and Pokey on 2. I do be like that. Alright, questionable choice of songs here, but we'll have to rock it for now. Ooh, nice call out there on the Roger dive. And now Pokey with a very advantageous position. They should go into a wall break. Taking it without the super could have potentially been a miss input. Or just, it's always possible that in the midst of the heat of the battle, you're not gonna have optimal decision making for every single RPS situation or reaction. Well, I would know, for I am a player as well. Ooh, the 2 heavy actually hitting very high in the sky. Hard knockdown with the wall assault? Yeah, it's a wall assault for now. We're assaulting the wall. Ooh, choosing to react with a DP there out of those plus frames of Mirare. Nice backdash, avoiding the throw, and Talla finding a successful sequence. This is another very important point here. If Pokey gets it, the situation stays fairly tight. If Talla gets it, it's, it's that classic running away with 3 wins. And then it starts feeling awkward if you're the guy playing from behind. And so far, looking pretty good for Talla. Pokey only has 50 meter and 50 burst available. Not the best odds. RC? Yeah, even if you RC the touch on the spin, it's like you can't really prevent Mirare from going out, so the best thing you can do is to save yourself from getting punished. Alright, cash out here with a super. Shouldn't break the wall, right? Like I said, it always breaks the wall. Didn't I tell you, chat room? Always breaks the wall. And now Pokey looking for that one more hit. Oh, skipping over, going in. And Pokey able to get the super important win here. And howdy Raiders from Olaf Olsson's stream. Or Olaf Olafsson's stream. We are currently on the second last matchup of the evening, Talla versus Pokey. Big banger coming up after this. We got Easy Faust and Xandere Ramlethal still in store. Oh, okay. Wait, Poki respecting on his own plus frames? Talla just runs in there and throws. And there's the new tool, the bounce that you get from meterless Nagiha follow-up. Neutral trade. Poki finds the hit, and again, the juggle into a conversion. This is probably, we were talking about how it looks like Gold Lewis is probably the best that he's ever been this patch. I think it's probably the same for Anji. Anji just slowly has been buffed, sort of has been getting buff after buff after buff as the patches have rolled by. And I think, like especially in this version, definitely the strongest version of Anji that we've seen so far. It's a completely different question whether that is, you know, if you agree it's gonna be enough for this character to be, you know, around the same, in the same position where most of the characters of Guilty Gear Strive fall to. But we're definitely on the right direction. And so is Talla here. Go into the last round with burst advantage. However, in Guilty Gear Strive Season 3, you do build meter back quite fast, especially if you're getting comboed through the wall. That does incur some sort of, or a couple of other problems for you, though. Namely being put into positive bonus loop and receiving a lot of damage, which is exactly what's gonna happen here. And let's see, Poki is gonna put on showcase what positive bonus in Guilty Gear Strive actually looks like. Being very careful though. Talla has that DPRC loaded. Yeah, one hit. Super. And after this, if this broke the wall, Poki would still have had positive bonus again and 50 meter and ready to do all sorts of nasty shenanigans still. But look at that. Poki running it back for each. We've entered the middle game of the set. Middle point, I guess you should say. Yeah, once again, the Shin from safe distance, especially with the backward steering, completely baiting the DP from Talla. Uh-oh, but the delayed DP, not DP, the jump D. Jump D is such a nice, comfy mix-up button. A lot of characters have the same kind of button in Guilty Gear Strive. Ino Jump D, you know, Elfeld has one, Bridet has one. Kind of like a delayed overhead that kind of combines with your empty low option in, you know, making the low and the high option same speed, making it impossible to basically fuzzy block against, which is the foundation of any mix-up. For there to not be any sort of option selects that you can do to avoid all options at once. Oh, it's gonna be a big punish though. Close slash in air on the airborne opponent. And Poki has the meter to cash out as well. No way out, no burst available. Arguably, it wouldn't have been a burst spot that Talla wanted to make either. Ooh, that was a very, very brave butterfly set for Poki. This time Talla was already on a approach trajectory. Shin plus frames. Once again, Poki procuring a lot of real estate with those shins, forcing Talla to backdash out of the minus. Super counter has been baited, hops over the butterfly and gets punished. But Talla has a lot of meter to spend, coming out in the form of YRC. Again, tries to backdash out of the pressure, probably as a shimmy option, but Poki willing to hit that 2P instead. It can be really infuriating sometimes when you're like, all right, so I'm gonna be baiting this option and I think I'm gonna be baiting this other option too, but then the opponent just has a sort of anomaly of a normal that kind of doesn't succumb to the, you know, other condition. Like generally with that backdash, 2Ps and quick jabs probably shouldn't be reaching, but the very nice 2P reach from Anji has been able to jab Talla out of many of those backdash baits. Now through the wall we go. Talla with the 50-50, 50 burst, 50 meter. And it's not gonna... It's actually gonna end Talla's life here. The DP-RC is of course strong when you can make the opponent block a DP. But on whiff, you won't have the whiff RC available like you would have for supers. That privilege is only saved for, or only preserved for when you have 100 meter available. If you want to rock that, and if you have reversal supers. Oh, yep, has to respect that. Fish here. Poki waiting out the burst. Fish reaching for from such a far distance. Counter hit, goes into Nagiha. Do we have a wall break? Not quite, and Poki not willing to spend the burst here either. Big counter hit overhead. Is it gonna be enough? No, we'll have to take it with a wild assault. Didn't even get the super. Even if they used the super, that wouldn't have been a kill because Anji has one of the lowest hitting supers in the game. Tricky, tricky. Goes into the overhead FRC, that kind of a, what do you call it, evil dash. Converting that into a throw. If your opponent is paying attention to what is going on and trying to react to the things, they're just gonna eat that throw. Especially a nice gimmick to pull off in round-ending situations where your opponent is basically a throw away from getting knocked out. Might still get the 6B. I think Poki was trying to bait that, but goes to show how great anti-airs Bridget does have. And generally more neutral-oriented characters tend to have really good anti-air, so it makes sense that a character like Bridget would not only have her 6B, but also the 2 heavy for slightly different angles as well. Like how would neutral characters play neutral if they didn't have great anti-airs? They wouldn't, right? Right, burst here to avoid getting wall broken. 6B once again ready. Poki goes for an immediate burst. And with the fast, swift decisions, able to also after that. I was worried that that burst wouldn't get Poki much and would put him in a position where, oh, but touched the spin armors and got fished in the face. Right, this will be the battle for who goes to 6 points first, who gets to potentially get the opportunity to run set points first. Find the low. Nagiha blocked, but like somebody said in the chat earlier, Nagiha on block only -7. So won't be able to punish that unless in K button range for Bridget. To the wall. Ooh, base the burst out of Talla as well, and that should end Talla's life. Poki going into the 6 first with a series of good reads. That's the one. Alrighty then, 2 for Talla. But Talla has, I think for the most part, been... like, it's been even, but if there has been one player being on the driver's seat, it's been Talla way more often than Poki. A really nice read there on the butterfly. Instant air dash. Does it like you would against any fireball in any fighting game. And then, nice timing on the poke. Punishing that 2P from Poki once again. Full stick of butter for Talla, what we're gonna use it on. Oh, nice. I kind of like that. Just waiting for Poki to come forward and then doing a reversal super on reaction. And again, yeah. Just patient, defensive plays. Oh, goes for the 5B. I think Bridget should be able to unleash a 2 heavy on reaction against Core, probably. And if you're not ready for that, I mean, every character has an opportunity to go for a punish air throw. Now Talla, looking like she's going for that 6-6. The Wild Assault, one more. Poki has 50 meter. It's a couple of defensive options open. It ends up being Talla who guard cancels out of her own pressure string immediately as soon as the momentum is flicked. And there we go, 6-6. All universes are open. But in this universe that we currently live in this timeline, who's it gonna be? Is it Talla? The Bridget player from... Where's Talla from again? Do I have to shamefully realize that I have to pull out my cheat sheet to check the nationalities? Denmark! Is it our Danish Bridget player? Or is it our German Angie player? Oh, that must have been a misinput there. Went straight into the reversal super. Here we go, set it up. A little too close there. So the butterfly was actually a bluff. Nice instant air dash, perfect on the yo-yo set. And went for a bait of some sort. I guess that would have been a usually a very common burst bait. It doesn't necessarily. I guess it can work against the deflect shield, which Talla did unleash there. Now Poki on the set point, set up the butterfly, finds the low, plus frames from Shin, and through the wall. Hello. Oh, I wonder if Poki wanted to set up like a wall slump situation there, but missed the timing. Last chance for Talla. Oh no, wait for the DP there! Is he gonna hit in time though? No, on block. Immediate burst. Oh, goes for the very aggressive read here. Dash into throw to S. Is gonna call out the 6P from Poki. Talla potentially still in this. Find the low, not a big combo, but we get a setup here. Once again, small hits. One more. That should be it, and Talla lives to fight another round, and this will be the last one of the set. With rather equal amount of burst on board, Poki sets to fight the first Oki situation, plus frames once again for Shin. So the DP has not been working against those Shins from Talla. The universal option would be to go air to air and poke Poki out of the sky. Ooh, nice Shin hopping all over the fireball, and that should be it to get that the first bait. Poki actually pulls through once again. What a guy. Can somebody stop this goddamn gamer? Once again, Poki, against all odds, at one point was like down 2 or 3 games? It was a very explosive start for Talla, but Poki slowly was able to warm up, make the adjustment, and come out of the set just in the nick of time. Good stuff. And now, one more for the road. Oh baby, is it gonna be a big one? Every time this goddamn gamer, Easy Faust, appears on the screen, a lot of weird things happen. And by weird things, I mean amazing things, bizarre things, things you've never seen before. Faust, such a rare character, and when you see a Grandmaster Faust pilot this character live on screen during a competitive event, oh baby. Is his opponent tonight gonna be Xandere, a player we haven't seen since 2022 on Bounty Hunters? But let me tell you, Xandere has gone through...
Mankind.
Oh, hello? There we go. Sorry about that. Who turned off the lights? Who turned off the lights? Xandere has gone through such a training arc since then, and is now considered one of the top talents in the community. And in fact, I think Xandere would be one of the highest ranked RAM players that we've ever had on Bounty Hunters. I think we've had... Did we have... I think we had Hiyari on board at least once. But other than that, we've had a distinct lack of extremely talented RAM Lethal players. Right, through the wall, into the soft knockdown situation. So I wonder, you have to of course give the range advantage to RAM Lethal, but I think with the unique mechanic Crawl, Faust can actually RPS some of her really far-reaching pokes fairly well. So she would have to, you know, start using moves such as maybe 2K or 2S to have a poke that can actually reach low enough. And I think 5 heavy, so we've seen Izzy using the 5 heavy as a poke already quite a lot. I think the 5 heavy is relatively good poke for this matchup, but I definitely do lack the critical information when it comes to all the matchup details on high level when it comes to this matchup. Right, eating a 10-ton hammer, or sorry, 100-ton hammer, times 10 that. Holding the fishing pole, when you hold that, it serves a couple of different new functions. You get to break your opponent's guard, so you are gonna be way more plus. You can deal chip damage, but you can also, if your opponent is fast enough on the reactions and is trying to react to your fishing pole startup, you can delay it enough and actually punish their 6p recoveries. Ooh, okay, Xandere has seen that trick. Here we go. That crawl that we were talking about. Was that even crawl? That was just a forward dash, wasn't it? Wait a second, was that a crawl or forward dash? I think Izzy initially crawled the sword toss and then converted into a dash. So Faust really is such a slippery fella. Here we go, FD immediately goes into the 5B mash. 5B doesn't necessarily convert into the biggest of combos, although in the advent of a couple of the most recent patches, ooh, nice. Hit the hammer, get the throw, Afro. The Afro really is one of Faust's win conditions in a way. There's so many nasty layers to the Afro post, or like Afro pressure. Here we go. At the meteors. Choose to unleash them at will if they want to do so. But now Xandere doesn't get a clean hit there on the sword toss. Corner is procured though, which is the most important thing for RAM Lethal, and actually gets the round without Izzy able to use that meteor that they inhaled earlier. Go, an explosive start. Red Wild Assault users rejoice, for when we get a hit at round start, it's go time. Unleash the beam. This is gonna build quite a lot of tension back, or well, actually not too much. I guess it's generally the amount of burst you're gonna get back. Again, crawling into the teleport. That's definitely one way to get out of there. Unique means of defense for Faust. 5D tap, but didn't have the 50 meter ready to go to convert that. Here come my goons. Be careful with the bomb. Still gets the block in time. And it's all going so wrong for Xandere here. Izzy at their lowest health point. But will Xandere be able to find a hit? Reversal Super is available here, but if it's blocked. Oh, it was still active! That RC slowdown frames actually extending the active frames of that deflect shield. So technically the right read, but man, such a weird situation too. Got the IB straight into 5B anti-air. Xandere got the teleport out of, oh, okay. Not Xandere. Xandere got the air dash out of the corner, but then Izzy with the crawl and teleport out once again. And what do you counterplay that with? I think you just, I guess you don't throw the sword then? Or you throw the sword and immediately go into a 2K? Do you have actually time to call that crawl out like that? Right, speaking of Afro pressure, Izzy once again has his work cut out for him here. Afros galore. Oh, what a reaction, but Xandere burning meter for meter to not get punished here. Careful with the Afro, flip kick from the sky, but I think that's minus. I think that's very minus, in fact. And now the little guy is going into the wrong direction. Hello, little guy, some help here? No activation, 5D, yeah, this time Izzy does have the 50 meter to convert out of that. And that's, even though the little guy didn't really kind of help out here, it was that annoying thing at the back of Xandere's mind that if he air dashes out of the corner, it's gonna be there as a cock block kind of sort of a thing. Tried to go into the rock there, but Izzy was too close and ready to mash out. I think generally you go into the rock from distances where the opponent can't challenge. So for example, like 4/5 heavy rock. Swinging that 5 heavy, yeah. I guess that's a good button, huh? How whip punishable is even that? I'm gonna pull up my frame data. How fast is that button on recovery? Don't tell me, chat. I'm gonna be faster. Post 5 heavy. $18 frames, not too bad. I mean, it is definitely whip punishable. Easy, setting up the Afro. Loading into the mix-up. Yeah, the patience that the Afro is gonna explode as well. It's a lot of guard break here. 2K pulling Xandere back onto the ground. Got hit by the blue wild assault and the combo still going. Oh no, misinput! Wanted to go for the super, I reckon. And now Xandere has one more chance. YRC used that meter that was supposed to go into the super, into the guard cancel instead. Still getting Izzy the round.
Duel 1.
All right. Well, that's definitely the Izzy start for the set that you were looking for. This is, after all, one of the strongest Faust players in the world. I dare say, Izzy is one of those players who has their rating hidden, but I think we usually are talking about like ranked top 5 in the world, at least like at the very least top 10. Might be just like disregarding any ranking systems or whatever, might be like top 10 strongest Faust players on the planet. At least now he is, because I'm saying so. And I know so fucking much about this game, huh? Chat room. Alright, tries for the whip punish. The wild assault. Spit out the 100-ton hammer as well. Backdashes out of that 5 heavy, and here comes 5 heavy from Izzy into the conversion. Oh, I wonder if that was supposed to go into something. Little guy patrolling the wrong area of the screen. Xandere able to push it to the other side of the screen. Soft knockdown though, so Izzy gets to play here. Until sword explosion still holding Izzy in the corner, swinging wild with the Rekkas, but all swinging a miss. There we go, finally able to find a hit. Izzy is gonna unleash the burst here. Teleport under, PRC, get the combo. Rekka. Switch sides, this should go to a kill. Right? Yeah, with the big fly swatter. Maximum combo, or maximum wall break damage. Funny enough, if it didn't go for the fly swatter, it might have actually not finished. Although, Faust is one of those characters with extremely low guts. So most of your combo, or most of your normals are gonna do, most of your hits during combos are gonna do their max damage. Again, crawl under, avoiding the sword and the explosion. It's so important to be moving forward to get out of the sword explosion range, and the forward crawl kind of does both. At the same time, able to avoid the throw as well as the subsequent explosion. So here comes the taunts, holding Xandere back in place. Nice jump out of the throw though. He knew Izzy wanted to go into the victory condition.
Duel 1.
It would have put Xandere into a really fucked up situation afterwards, but having the presence of mind and the right, you know, just having the right guess. Sometimes you just gotta guess right. It's what often enough fighting games boil down to. You have all the knowledge, you have a good distribution between your guesses, and then the rest. I guess you need a little bit of execution and then just you know, guess right. It is an RPS game after all. Nice dash under the love bag. And Xandere, with Ramlethal having one of the fastest dash speeds in the game, probably can do relocation like that. Your mobility. Aggressively attacks. Denies the horn from Izzy. Breaks the wall. Damage coming through, and now what's the mix-up? Backdash or backdrift? Was that a backdash? Backdash into a backdrift blue RC. Ooh, I think the burst came out, so this is gonna be a nice valuable burst here, denying all that 50 meter from Xandere. But now we still need to find the hit. Decisive hit, the jump 2K doesn't do enough damage. Contests the Rekka. And Izzy, 4th point.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yeah, definitely one of the best, especially in the European region, like we said earlier, because it seems like Juxta is playing Tekken at the moment. So we'll see if, you know, one of the European Faust Grandmasters is gonna come back or not. But now we have the other Grandmaster on screen. Very nice jump, PP, getting the wall break out of that, but a little too high to get the wall. I think because Xandere actually had to double jump to get to the height to make the jump piece happen, so then had to land as a result. Reversal super is gonna hit. Izzy just gonna go for the most simple off reach on the follow-up situation. I'm gonna do that too. Alright, 5B is able to tag Izzy out of whatever that was. Probably empty throw. There we go. Nice conversion into Rekka. Or sorry, that's not a Rekka, that's Dora. Completely different thing. Round start Dora, big counter hit, gets a combo. And Izzy says, it's the time, but I'm gonna get out of this one. Ooh, nice timing on the hammer, coming out holding Xandere in place. Backdash not able to avoid the active range of Ramlethals. Here we go. The early super breaking wall immediately when we get to that range. Ooh, Izzy was trying to press a button there. Ooh, a very delayed empty low. So Izzy was trying to play the super PRC here, drifting forward. The downside is, so what it beats is options that are trying to catch you, like very slow options that kind of recover slow. So for example, close slash is a very common option you would play. The super PRC should be able to catch close slashes, but the very delayed 2K meant that Izzy was actually drifting straight into that 2K. Once again, speaking of drifting, creeping, crawling out of that sword toss. Here we go, cashing out very early once again, and that could actually be a kill. This is a very damaging super. No, not quite. Izzy has that swallowed Afro ready to go. Let's see, this is a test on... Yeah. Hold the FD and the sword toss. Yeah, Xandere was basically throwing out all the resources available to hold Izzy in place, inflict as much chip damage as possible, and drain Izzy of meter completely. Go Rekka into the corner, mix up, empty low. Yeah, you can't see that. You're just gonna have to guess between. Oh, nice. This is actually, even though Izzy was able to get the teleport out of the corner off, the Xandere had a really nice 5k there. And that's the top player presence of mind. That's the kind of stuff that you have to have in point. Have to have on point against Faust. Faust players will be teleporting out of the corner, especially when they have meter ready to spend. That's like, I would say the tool, the defensive tool that if you don't have some sort of a, game plan against, your Faust opponent is gonna get out of that corner way too much. Here we go, wild assault conversion, south to west, or wait. West to east, hello. Directions are hard, and so are fighting games. Nice timing on the teleport. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Here comes the hammer as well, forcing Xandere into a massive minus frame situations and getting hit as a result as well. Really feels good when when you pull out the hammer just at the perfect timing from the item bag. Ooh, trying to go for an air-to-air there. Good idea for Xandere, but the precision wasn't quite there, or the timing even. 2k, the low on the landing. Wait, did nobody get the horn? Oh, because Izzy ended up swallowing the horn, actually. Now replaced with a hammer. Should be a good item to have. Ooh, okay, but still gets that jump off. Meter for meter drifting should be, not punishable. Or perhaps Xandere, okay. We're going into a fully charged 5D. Izzy will have to burst that if he wants to still fight for the round. Not quite enough. Start to throw, low profiles with that crawl. Teleport again, and the timing is good. Man, how do you, I don't, I get bamboozled by that teleport all the time against really strong Faust players. And like, I'm not exactly sure what the RPS there is. I guess it's kind of like Testament teleport. And you can still, if you have a perfectly timed strike, you can strike Faust out of a teleport RC. Alright, that should be the round for Xandere. So looking to even it up once again. Izzy swinging a couple of those 5 heavies, crawling under the... Oh, but crawling backwards into the explosion, unfortunately. Hondo, big plus frames. And good 2P challenge there against the Rekkas. Those frames. Hammer inhaled. Are we gonna get to use any of that? YRC is baited, but not punished. I think that was that's not plus enough. Hello? Super? Rare footage of Ram's reversal super actually not reaching. Despite being one of the furthest reaching reversal supers in the game. Alright, but still, despite all of those mishaps, able to get the game. Straight into the red wild assault. And getting punished by B. Ooh, that was actually pretty great. So up drifting on that on the RC to avoid the incoming horde. Got hit by Ondo. Still trying to kick the bomb away. In the end, does so. But now the Afro's gonna explode and deliver some extra needed damage, or perhaps not needed, because Izzy was working with a really nice combo there. Nice jump out of this rock. Generally, if you don't want to take the minus frames off the rock, you're probably going to be jumping or instant air dashing at Ram Lethal. depending on the spacing, if it's performed from like the most common like 4/5 heavy rock, you will be able to instant air dash between the 5 heavy and the rock. Keep the pressure going. RC once again, Xandere spending a lot of resources on this, but the timing, unless you have the RC out of that teleport, it's much easier to challenge. But this time, even though Easy did have the PRC available, Xandere, I think, was striking at him. And that's a quick conversion. Nice. Preventing Izzy going for the burst. Alright, hot potato. Kind of, with that sword toss, I think Xandere made sure that Izzy is not gonna kick the bomb back into his side of the round anymore. His side of the stage. Nice, all those kicks preventing Izzy from pouncing forward. Xandere was able to procure that hammer, or not hammer, the horn. Big combo, and a big combo miss as well. We have the position though. Pick up the horn. It would have been so much extra damage, because I think the horde cannot break the wall. So Izzy would have been able to get some couple really needed hits in there. And again, the fully charged 5D curiously hitting Xandere, putting it 5 even. That, I guess, kind of goes to show that even top level players are not immune to the 30 frame overheads, or whatever, 30, 20, 28 or something. Alright, was that a safe jump? No, sir. There we go, the PRC out of the super. Works this time. Timing on the 6B. Getting a lot of corner carry from that. Even though 6Bs don't necessarily convert into much, generally in Strive. Still, 6Bs. Oh! Valuable crawl once again! You would have to go for something like 2K in order to try to call that out. Red Wild Assault. Red Wild Assault is a really nice addition to Ramlethal's kit, because her downside was generally playing from the wrong side of the stage when you can't corner carry to the other corner. But now Red Wild Assault generally gives her an option to corner carry from most of her hits, even if you are not in your in the range where Sword Toss converts into a corner position. Tries to go for it again, but no, not the third time. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, these nuts. Ooh, got caught by the very charged fishing pole here. Oh, he still managed to kick it back. Now, Easy working with a very nice combo. The little guy is on board, so even if Xandere gets out of this corner, oh my god, the banana peel. Probably one of the best banana peel positions that I've seen in a while. And the throw should be enough. Yep. Easy is the player who ends up moving to the 6 points first. But this I would say has been one of the most even matches we've seen Easy play on Bounty Hunters so far. We're so used to seeing these very dominant games where the opponent just doesn't get to play much. The Xandere. Able to fight toe-to-toe with the Grandmaster himself. And now potentially looking to go into that. Oh, nice! Got the IB there, which is some of the better counter plays against Ram's Rekka. I think whenever you get an IB, moving from Rekka to Rekka, you will be able to throw. Even from Rekka 1 to Rekka 2, if I'm not mistaken. Because there's always at least a 2-frame gap. Ooh, 6B against that 5 heavy. Finally finding success, counter poking that button. That's been a button that has gone unchallenged for so many times this set. And now with the cross up, Xandere brings himself 6 even. And here we go. As the doggy pounces in, we're moving to the last game of the evening. Is it gonna be that guy? Is he one of the most explosive, most tricky, most experienced Faust players that this planet has to offer? Or is it Xandere? One of the top RAM players that I didn't even know that we had in Europe. Here we go, quick conversion into the beam. Izzy does have resources to defend with here. Reversal Super is the name of the tool this time. This is actually the first time that Izzy actually reaches for the full Reversal Super. Before, it's been combined with the PRCs. Get the cross up. We're bringing in the tricks now. Better bring them now than never, because this will be potentially the second last round. Ooh. Okay, and the item throw, because I think because Izzy chose to eat the item as well, it recovers a little bit faster. So was not in the danger zone of getting mortabaroed. Comes some useless items on the ground. I mean, ended up not being useless. Perhaps is Izzy gonna be able to? No, not gonna be. I was like, is the donut actually gonna save Izzy from this combo? But tough shit or tough luck. Now Xandere actually being down on rounds and games for the whole set is gonna be able to reach the set point first here. Nice backdash out of the red assault. That's a wild sight there. Doesn't have the sword, so some of these neutrals are very stubby. The RC keep the pressure going. Oh, okay. Spending the last of his burst meter on that deflect shield to momentarily prevent the follow-up situation. Oh, the 6 heavy working as a makeshift anti-air and a quick conversion into the super. It's not gonna be the wall, it's gonna be the wall, but it's not gonna be the round. Now Izzy, difficult choice. Are we gonna try to save the burst? No, we're gonna bet it right here, and Xander was waiting for it, and he goes down. Izzy Faust goes down for the first time in such a long while. And it's weird to say, but this would be the first win for Xandere on Bounty Hounders. Bounty Hounders? Okay. Okay, QK. Bounty Hunters ever. And what a comeback match. Down to the wire. With some of the finest. Alright, that was, as we say in the industry, that was a good shit. Once again, a couple of really even matchups this week. I say a couple, we had quite a few actually. At least half of the set went down to the wire once again. Damn. Why are these Guilty Gear gamers so equally matched? I don't know, but find out next week, because we're gonna be running these events for the foreseeable future every Sunday, 5 p.m. CET. Next week, tune in for more super even matches, or if you want to play in one of these set matches, you could join my Discord for the sign-up forms as well as all the relevant matchmaking info, and get a match of your own to play in your own 6 to 7 nail biter of a set. All right, now what, or rather not what, but where are we gonna send you, little chippers? I think we are actually, since we had our dear Matcha Mai play today, I'm gonna send you over to my stream. My stream. So go say hello to Matcha Mai and give her a warm welcome back to Guilty Gear Strive. Because even though you know, she's a seasoned fighting game player, she hasn't played Guilty Gear Strive all that much. All right, thank you everybody for being involved in the making of these amazing sets. it's gonna be bye from me for now. We'll see each other again next Sunday. Till then, stay safe, play Guilty Gear. Over and out.